See?
I was
It's too obvious.
I was thinking Guess Who's Back by Scarface just because of the length.
That was close.
Yeah,
That is pretty
For
close.
theme purposes.
That was close. I mean, that was close to what I was going to think about, but
Yeah.
then I just went what I was just feeling on my way driving in. So.
All
I feel it.
Here we go.
Oh man. Oh man. No, he didn't.
Man. John Blaze.
One of the greatest posse cuts ever.
Everything changed. A lot of people don't remember
No, he didn't.
that was one of the peak eras of the posse cuts because you had this one. Because whose album was this on?
This on Pun album.
This on Pun?
No, this on Fat Joe album.
Yeah, it's Fat Joe.
Fat
Don
Joe
Carter-
had one.
Don
This
Cartagena
the
album.
Don Cartagena album.
Pun had one. It was something. It was. You was just catching them. Man, 90s hip hop.
Hey, it's the greatest.
Hold
Scalpers Sports
I'm about
Report.
to say, hold on, we
man.
missing something.
Scalpers.
There it is. There it is.
Shout out to Sherrod.
What up?
Man, back off a nice long break. You know, life shit, kids.
Hey man.
Goddamn. Debt consolidations.
Life.
Man, anything you can think of has
Babies.
gone on
Yeah.
within the adulthood. We back up in
moving, baby.
Man, moving. And,
Babies, fatherhood, bills,
oh my God.
adulting.
Yeah,
Massive
adulting.
amounts of adulting.
a lot of adulting.
You can't consolidate adulting.
No,
It's-
I've tried.
it's
Didn't work.
It's gonna hit you when it's always gonna hit you when they want to. Ain't none of that. But shit, man, we back. My man Spider here. Ain't like we never left.
Right.
It feels like it's
Spider,
been
what up?
5 years.
It
does feel
it's
like
been
that.
Way too long, man. Way too long. But
I don't even know we talked about what season was in last time.
it was football. It was college football. It was NFL. You know, more so college. We more college football fans more than anything nowadays. But I know, especially with myself. But a lot of college football, NBA was just kicking off.
Yep.
So we kind of had our ideas of who was who and what was what.
And
like
none
it.
of that shit
We-
panned out.
Nope.
None
Nope.
of that shit panned
It
out.
was all a lot more different than what we would have expected.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons, but of course we go get into the NBA finals and just kind of like a slight bit of recap of the playoffs.
Still
seeing-
a lot going on in the NBA.
It's still just topics in the NBA. It's still just a lot of man. It not even
Lot of
just
drama.
topics. It's just drama basically. It's just a
A
lot of
lot of things going on with my squad.
yeah.
we looking like Whole Foods out here.
You the Lakers fan, man.
Lakers fan, die hard.
Yeah, Lakers fan from Houston. I don't know how that happened.
Hey, bro.
I want to say thank you to the Laker fans because of them, I got 2 championships in my lifetime. Should have been 3, but you know,
That's true.
Y'all had no business winning that first one.
88.
But, you know what I mean?
It
We had
should-
all the
it
business in the
can't-
world winning 88.
it should
Oh
have
no,
been-
no, I ain't talking about that.
It should-
I'm thinking.
Oh, we had all the
Chauncey
business in the
there.
world winning that one too.
Nah.
Man, they handed
4-1 says
So-
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
before we go too far into that, I'm Phil Newkirk, if y'all have forgotten. Of course, my man Spider on the boards. We at MZ Studios. Angie is checking us out. What up, Angie?
What up, Ange?
That's
What's
one
up,
of our,
Ange? How you doing?
OG personalities.
Trust
who will be
me,
in and out.
come football season,
Yeah, before that, more than likely,
it will the battles will be happening.
she will be here representing Start Vegas to the fullest.
How about to
And
throw
her
some shade?
Bulldogs.
How about to hate on Mississippi State? But I really don't have a reason. But it was just gonna be because she checked in.
just for the love of it. So, and of course, my man BG. BG is part of the family from different studios and just a different lifetime within our,
Different
us
shows.
cutting our
For
teeth
sure.
overall. And he had his
Good.
show called The Spot, and
For
we would
sure.
show up on his show and vice versa and this and that, and it was just. It's always been intertwined. So basically, we intertwine in the cultures of both, and not only his show, but also ours, to give you the hip hop perspective on, in full, along with, everything in the sports world and,
I mean, we
and
talk
just
music
within the
and-
culture anyway. Yeah.
We talk music and sports.
So it just was a
every
perfect
episode.
marriage at the end of the day. So, we got my man BG here. like I said, Houston cat, man, been in Dallas out here, man. Anything else you want to throw out there, you go ahead, tell them who you are, man. We got a couple people chiming in
man.
too.
It's your boy BG Supreme, man. Like I said, from the spot. Shout out to everybody in Tyler, Texas, East Texas. That's home. Shout out to everybody in Houston, Texas. Everybody watching on Facebook. We appreciate that. And man, I'm just happy to be here. Glad we recording. Get into these sports, man. It's a lot going on. We ready to rock.
Yeah, and then of course we on live on our YouTube page. You can catch us at Scalpers Sports on YouTube. And then what else we because Spider is doing the behind the scene posting, but we on what's the other spots? I can't remember all the podcasts that
Apple, Google. There's another one I can't think of. Yeah, the Stitcher.
Stitcher. That's the one
That's
I was
the one,
thinking
yeah.
about. I couldn't think of. Okay, there it is. Stitcher, and it's another one though. Isn't it like 4?
I can't think of it. I think Stitcher and the other one sounds like Stitcher,
That's what I'm saying.
but I'm not sure if anyone
We're-
uses it.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It might not be that important.
We out there.
We everywhere. So beauty of it is this hump day, May 29th. We fully in the summer. We gonna get into some hip hop real quick. From what I
Oh yeah, your boy B sent back too.
I ain't say simp.
That's
I
fair
could have
enough.
sworn I said simp.
Nah, man, it's all good.
I
You
could have
know,
sworn I said
Can't
the name.
forget about Sim.
it's all good.
Can't
course
forget
not.
about it.
It's all good.
Uh,
I only do the music for the damn show and
It's true.
everything. No, I'm just talking.
All
What
you
up,
do
y'all?
is spin records.
Yeah, that's all you
That's
do.
all you do is spin records.
That's it.
And of course, like I said, shout out to Natasha down in H-Town, handling it in the law world. Houston's finest. Astros, Rockets. What else?
Texans. You forgot the Texans? Her number one squad?
No, you know what I was thinking about? I was about to give a shout out to PV first.
Oh,
'Cause
No
she a
doubt,
PV
hey.
grad. I'm about to give her PV
Prairie
love
View,
first.
A&M,
And then of course
for
she's,
sure.
I'm gonna go out on the limb. She got to be Houston, Texas' biggest fan, at least top 10 at a minimum.
she out there.
Yeah, man.
She
So
out there.
yeah, and everything she doing with Pumps, Cleats, and Couture. I gotta say Couture because that's what Jody said in Baby Boy. It was Couture. Pumps, Cleats, and Couture, and of course EdwardsDefense.com. My man Sherrod taking care of business. U of M grad, twice. Taking care of business. EdwardsDefense.com. If you didn't hit anybody with your car, if you did anything foolish, that's who you want.
Right. Call him first.
He gonna get you off. Pause. He gonna get you off.
Wow.
I guess I don't know. My maturity
Hopefully, I
levels-
won't have to talk to him about that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't
Yeah.
want to talk to him about
Nah,
none of that. I
I'd
don't
rather
want
talk to
none of
him
that.
here.
Yeah.
all
definitely-
sports related.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to talk to
Right.
him about no work shit. I definitely don't want to talk to him about that.
And of course, like I said, Angie chimed in. Of course, she matched up with Brandon. Said there is no reason. And Brian Wilson, what up, though? He says he's a Lakers fan. Would he trade Bell? No, would he trade Ball and be the first round pick for Bill?
Would
Hell
I do
yeah.
it?
First round
Absolutely.
pick for Bill. I didn't know that was on the table.
Done
now.
deal.
Okay,
Right now.
So check it. We might as well, since we in it. Yeah, you got to do it. First of all, Washington don't want to pay Bill.
Oh hell no, that's already
One,
known.
because
we already know
they
this.
really
could have been done this.
they really don't got the money though,
Mm-hmm.
because it ain't like they pulling in playoff revenue.
No, they not.
Secondly, you paying John Wall contract kick in this year.
That's
John
that.
Wall probably not going to play this year.
And that's that
And
40
bro.
a year.
40-something million.
I was gonna say, do you
Sick.
know what John Wall's contract is coming
Yeah.
up?
And they had to pay him that. So that's that.
I think he's gonna be making like 38 this year and like 40 the next couple of
easily
years.
40.
Well over
Easily
40.
Easily 40.
I mean, but if you think about it, it's really. I mean, as a Laker fan, I'm excited about it because we'll take another shooter, but it's not really that good a deal for Washington. First off, you got 2 point guards.
you just getting rid of
putting
contract.
Lonzo Ball at the 2 is not a good idea.
No, he's going to be at the 1.
You gonna put John Wall where?
When John Wall coming back?
Yeah, that's the problem.
I mean, I don't know when John Wall is
Exactly.
coming back. I mean, but when he does come back, you know he's gonna be on the court. Then what you gonna do with Lonzo Ball? You ain't gonna put him at the 2, not shooting 30% from the field.
They'd be almost more so willing to see
Technically,
if somebody
you could
want to
probably
take that contract
you
over.
can technically slide Wall over to the 2.
Technically, you
'Cause
could.
he can
Yeah.
just
He's
become
a
a
more
scoring
natural
guard.
scoring guard anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but he too little. He
Nah, we've seen the eras of quote unquote.
6'3", 6'3", 6'4". You're gonna be holding Clay and him and James. He's shorter than James Harden. He's at the team.
I agree with you to that point, but at the same time, we also got to remember
Jimmy
a man
Butler.
that we've seen. But that doesn't necessarily mean he's gonna be defending them that whole game type of situation.
Yeah.
It might be in certain segments, but they wouldn't put him on. They don't like putting him on defense like that necessarily anyway.
Yeah.
He might play off the ball defense, but we got to remember there was a man named Allen Iverson who was not an actual point guard, and he always kept a point guard. So he could be the scoring guard. John Wall could get up that volume like that.
They
It's
say
just
he
a
was
matter of him.
6'1". Allen Iverson ain't 6'1".
Hell no, AI ain't 6'1". Love AI. He ain't 6'1".
Well, I love him. He ain't 6'1".
Yeah, 5'10" as hell.
I was finna say he probably ain't 6 nothing.
Right,
I
5'10"
stood
as
That
there
dude
hell.
my
Iverson
height.
at the compound in Atlanta,
Yeah, right.
and I'm not tall.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And I was like,
eye
but
to eye with him.
he had the goons with him also.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I really
he
wasn't
was-
looking over there too hard.
Nah, he was 7'4"
Nah.
with the goons.
Yeah.
So
But actually, Laker Nation is really not excited about that. Most Laker fans, they really like Lonzo Ball. They
yeah.
really, really like him. And I'm not that big a fan of him. I understand why people like him. I mean, he plays good defense. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, he can move the ball. But in the NBA, I do not need a point guard who can't shoot.
Another good example of a 6'3" guy, or at least on paper, is Donovan Mitchell. Brian Wilson just mentioned. I appreciate you, Brian. What
Yeah.
up, Reese?
You got a 6'6" point guard who can't shoot. He shoots 40% from the free throw line for the second year in a row from the free throw line. Like 30%.
But he like 12 though. I mean, we gotta give him time.
But you can't be shooting that poorly.
No,
The
I understand.
days of the point guard who can't shoot, that shit is over. You look at the top 10 point guards. How many of them except Russell Westbrook can't shoot? How many of them can't shoot?
I
And
ain't
he
arguing. I ain't arguing it.
And he shoots poorly. It's not like
It's just he makes up for it with so many other things. From a concept of we still talking about Lonzo Ball upside. We got
he
always
got
think about
upside.
that.
He's not complete trash. I'm just saying, this is the NBA.
He's so hard
He
on
didn't
this
play
man.
trash this year though. That's the thing.
He not
people,
trash.
People hate Lonzo because they hate his dad. Lonzo,
I don't like Lonzo because
Outside
you
of
shoot 30% from
For
the
the free-
field.
from-
That's what I don't like. And you injury prone. He loves to get injured.
He's still grown. He can get over that. I'm gonna be real with you.
been
We
playing
talking
basketball
about. We
for
talking about.
3 years,
Did he turn 21 yet?
and he might have turned to
Like
21 this year.
just happened.
Yeah.
And he had a major
alright.
injury this year. And once Lonzo got hurt, LeBron got hurt, then Lonzo got hurt.
Yeah, that was it. That was your offense.
Oh,
Done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was your offense.
Because
Brandon Ingram came in and did great.
Yeah, when they was talking
He
about
did
the
great.
trading.
I'd trade his ass in the heart.
Oh, I would trade him too. I mean, it's gonna be hard now because he got that Chris Bosh thing going
Yeah.
on with the blood clots.
Yeah.
Get out of
got
here.
hurt.
You
he
didn't
got
know.
hurt.
You didn't know that was
That's
going
where he
on.
ain't come back.
They sat him out for the last, I want to say, month and a half of the season because he got that Chris Bosh
He
thing.
got heart issues.
He got heart issues. He had blood clots everywhere. That's why they sat him out. He's been on blood thinners, I want to say, for like the last 2-3 months.
That's
You know what I'm
so
saying?
yeah, whatever trade they thought they was gonna possibly do with New Orleans, it ain't gonna
His
happen.
trade value is
You don't have
There is
anybody.
none.
Okay, so you don't really have anybody. You can't trade Ingram because he's hurt, or with his condition. Lonzo was hurt, injury prone,
right.
and now you got 2 years of tape on him. Okay, you can trade Kuzma.
Nope.
You can trade.
nope.
I mean, if you're gonna get Anthony Davis,
Oh, if I'm getting Anthony Davis, I'll
Anthony
trade
Davis,
Kuzma.
then yeah.
But I
you
love
can-
Kuzma. He was a steal
but
of the draft. He
you
was
can
a steal
also
of the draft.
you can also Josh Hart maybe.
I don't
So,
know. I don't know if
honestly-
anybody's gonna want Josh Hart like that. Your best bet is Kuzma and Lonzo.
New Orleans ain't
That-
taking that. New Orleans ain't taking that. I could have. If New Orleans wanted that, they could have got that last year.
Hey, I will say this: if you tell me you want Lonzo and Kuzma in that fourth pick, I'll take that. I'll
New Orleans don't want none of them.
Oh, I know they don't.
That's
I'm
what-
just saying.
Plus, they
I'll
already
do that
talking about
quick.
New Orleans. Like, we ain't trading with the Lakers, and then we'll trade him anywhere but the Lakers. So,
Well, how smart of an idea is that? Because you see what happened to the last GM that thought that. You see what happened to him.
That's not coming from the GM. That's coming from the owner.
Okay.
Because she felt like the Lakers tampered, and they put all of that information out there.
Yeah, my boy Magic is the Tampa King.
Oh
loves
yeah,
to
he
do
is.
that.
Yeah, which
He's
they
the Tampa
did,
King.
which meant now you got Anthony Davis unhappy here, and now it's like you got to acquiesce to us. I'm like, nah, fuck it, we just ain't gonna make no deal, and we still got your rights, so they'll trade him this year to somebody.
Okay, so
But-
I was gonna say you either lose him to us or you're gonna lose him for nothing because he's already said I'm not re-signing with Boston. Boston got the pieces to get him,
Yeah,
but he's
Right.
already said that I'm not re-signing with Boston because he
walked that back some. Though I think
I haven't heard that.
back some.
Okay,
it's only a couple teams that he'll sign with,
Right. I remember that strong statement
but
in the season, but I think they walked that back some.
why did for New Orleans? This is my thing. If you trade
they're in a
him,
great spot.
yeah, now because they're gonna have Zion,
Right.
but- excuse me. Prior to that, had they made that trade last year, who would the New Orleans Pelicans be? The damn Lakers from the year before, because you just would have had 5 different Lakers. Oh yeah, and we got Julius Randle. You just put the same damn roster out there that sucked the year before.
Yeah.
Why do you want to do that? Because you want to get rid of Anthony Davis that bad?
Right.
No, it's
Well, if you have a disgruntled player on your team who says he wants to go, you need to get rid of him. You need to get him off your team.
yeah, but I'm not gonna acquiesce. Like I said, I'm not.
No,
I'm not gonna
I
say-
understand, and they've been listening.
Obviously,
They've been listening to Greg Popovich. Popovich was like, "Yeah, no,
Like, no, I'm
You
not gonna
shouldn't do
trade
that
you.
shit.
Where you? No, I'm gonna trade you. Whoever got to give me the best deal. Okay,
Yeah.
That's once I trade you, that's on them.
Like I said, Boston has
Mhm.
the pieces to get him, and they got like 1,000 draft picks. They got like four or five first round draft picks.
They just
Like
don't have a bunch
four
of.
of them.
They got first round picks, but they don't have.
I mean, they're not lottery.
they ain't got no
picks.
lottery
I'm just,
picks.
I'm just.
They
Right,
kind of
right.
I mean, but
spread.
but if you're
Which ain't
talking
that
about
bad now in
No.
NBA now.
No.
That's actually kind of what you want in NBA now.
no,
Do you?
I want third year players.
If you're the Celtics, maybe. If
Yeah.
you're a team that's kind of established,
Yeah.
but not
Not
more
a rebuilding situation.
more often than not-
necessarily, no.
the players you getting after 10, you ain't getting no game change. No, you can get a couple. They fall through the cracks all the time. We
That's
know
what
this,
I'm thinking about right there.
but that's the crapshoot. More often than not,
Well, it's a crapshoot because it's more spread amongst the field. So
Yeah.
yeah.
depending on what you're looking for, if you got like a specific slot you need to fill, like, hey, I need a point. I need not a point guard, but I need a power forward that's gonna give me rebounds to defend.
right.
You can find that throughout the NCAA.
You find a
or-
bunch
You're
of-
not getting. You're
You
not
finding
getting
some role players.
Yeah,
Right.
you're not getting your franchise.
Nope.
At
No.
20. You know what
Nah,
I mean?
hell no. Hell no. Nah, not at all.
No,
But I just look at it from a concept of just outright talent, and just thinking about it that way. That's all I look at it from. Just
Yeah.
it's still a lot of good talent in that second round or in the late first round. Like you said, after pick 14, 15, there's still a lot of good talent out there. But
Unless you the Pistons, then you just draft.
you just start
You
looking
just
at
be people like, why are you
whoever-
here?
Yeah, like I don't know, whoever bagging groceries down the street. Let's get to see what this guy could do. It's not been. They've been drafting horribly for a long time.
yeah, that's true.
For a
Because
long time.
half y'all salary is to the big men, like half. Because I think like
Drummond and Blake.
exactly.
But
that's like
Blake,
half your salary.
You did that
cap.
off a trade. We had to do that. Because you had to get a.
Between Andre Drummond and Blake Griffin. That's like 60. That's like 60
It's high,
right
it's
there.
high 50s.
Yeah.
No, because
Drummond ain't in the
remember
30s yet.
because he's like upper 20s though, and you got to remember Blake signed that huge deal after the Clippers lied to him. Was like, yeah, we want you to be a Clipper for life, and gave him that big huge ass deal, and then it was like, yeah, no.
He did want to be a Clipper for life. Too.
Yeah,
That's so
and he's
sad.
making like
That's so
32,
crazy.
33, 34.
Yeah.
Like like over a third of
So
y'all
crazy.
salary cap is to big men.
Let's see.
But all right, so let's get into some hip hop.
Hold on
man.
real quick.
Oh, what you got? What you got? What you got?
Yeah, for next year, yeah. Blake 35, 34 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he was
Andre
on.
Drummond
He was
at
spot on.
27.
Yeah,
Yeah.
50.
And somebody else at 18. I refuse to say their name
I ain't saying his name either.
until he get traded.
Oh, you talking about your point guard?
Why you?
Something like that.
We just both said.
My bad. My
we ain't
bad.
gonna say the name.
My
and you
bad.
gonna say
Hey,
the
I just
damn-
said
Oh, hold up.
position. I just said position.
We talked about this online the other day. We was like,
He thought he was hard. He thought he was fired too in OKC. He thought he was fired.
then Russ got his ass up out of there. You posted somebody the other day, and I said, fuck him because he stole money.
Josh Smith.
Why is he still on the books next year for $5 million?
Oh man.
Oh shit, dog.
Oh, God.
That shit was terrible.
Josh Smith ain't played in like 3 years.
Easily 3 years. He went to China, didn't he?
I don't
somebody
know.
coaching.
He probably back in
He's still-
Atlanta
Y'all still paying him?
because
Still
we
paying
bought
him.
him out when
Bought his ass out.
after when Van Gundy came. They bought him out and they paying him
You know who else?
5.33 a year. They had to do the buyout, and he's getting $5 million to do nothing. He's still counting towards $5 million on the cap.
You know
dog.
who the biggest thief in the NBA is? Chandler Parsons.
Chandler Parsons.
Chandler
he
Parsons.
the new Joe Johnson?
That dude
Whoa,
is
whoa, whoa,
making
whoa.
25 this year, and he is
How you gonna say,
always hurt.
yeah? How you gonna say Joe stole money? He was still an all-star in Atlanta.
I only say Joe Johnson because he kept getting overpaid. I only say that
No,
because he
no,
kept
no.
getting
You
overpaid.
only-
He's not a thief. He just kept getting overpaid.
You are worth what the team is willing to pay you.
No.
And Atlanta was willing to pay him a whole lot.
Twice. And Phoenix did it once.
But
Yeah.
think about it like this.
I mean,
though.
he was busting. Though.
when he played for Atlanta, him and Horford, they had Atlanta in the playoffs. Him, Horford, and Smith. They
ain't no question. They had Atlanta competitive as hell.
exactly. So you kind of had to pay him. Nah, you
Yep.
know, at no point he should have been paid more than LeBron, but that was, contract all about timing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But it ain't like he didn't earn what he weighed. That's kind of within that saying.
No, Joe
You
Johnson.
pay what you weigh.
Yeah, no, Joe
but-
Johnson was an all-star.
Ain't no
Yeah.
question.
You know what I'm saying? He was an all-star
just-
caliber player.
Leading
Chandler
threat.
Parsons just flat out just fooled the Mavericks, and they gave him a big huge deal, and then they were like nah, and then they gave him to the Grizzlies, and he been hurt ever since.
Yeah.
He's making like 25 this year. When the last time you seen Chandler
cool
Parsons
25.
dribble a basketball? When the last time you seen that?
He about to have a new Keith
Oh,
Van
my
Horn
God.
contract that's just gonna keep getting traded. Like, he got an inspiring deal or something. We just gonna keep trading that contract.
He probably still get paid. Nah, dog.
That dude is like the new
Shots
Austin
keep-
Crozier.
Damn.
He is not a new Austin Crozier. At least Chandler Parsons can hoop. Austin Crozier was rebounds.
When the
and,
all right, how do you
and
know he
6
can hoop?
fouls.
And
Chandler Parsons can hoop, dog. He can hoop
Can he?
from when he was in Houston.
Can he? What can he do? All right, he can shoot.
He can shoot.
And what else?
He can slash, run a break.
Not anymore. And Cedric, my jacket is zipped up all the way because I was at the gym.
What
No,
kind
no,
of question is that,
no,
Cedric?
no.
Cedric! We're talking about sports, Cedric, not apparel.
No, my cousin, he's harassing me because he sees me on live. My cousin, what's up, Cedric? But Cedric. I'm sorry, Chandler Parsons has been robbing the NBA for like at least the last 3 to 4 years.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
because he's been hurt every year.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that part. I think he had a decent enough game, regardless, to stay on the roster. I put it like that.
To stay on the
A
roster.
lot
But-
to do with it
but it
on
was just-
rosters.
It is. The problem is just the injury factor is the problem.
But
Yeah.
also,
B.
Chandler
Jones, what up?
Parsons, he came up right when, remember the salary went up?
Yeah.
You had to pay people.
Yep.
So, hey, shit.
That's what it was.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people who are benefactors of the new salary cap. Mike
Mhm.
Tons
Conley.
of cats.
They
Tons
like,
of cats.
Mike Conley.
So yeah, we go.
well, yes, but Mike Conley actually balled, though. It wasn't like he didn't do his thing. He may not deserve.
Mike Conley was the first one that they had to do.
Mike,
he was like
But
the
he was
first
actually
one.
a top tier
Oh, well,
more
no doubt,
player.
yeah. And
I'm
they
talking
were,
about the people like
and they were a playoff
Mike Conley
team.
needs to kiss his agent in the mouth for that contract that he was.
I
able
can't
to
even
get
say
him.
that. He was the first one that came up for renewal when the books opened up.
Yeah,
And they were a playoff team. And he was a leading point guard on a playoff team. They
yeah.
weren't a
Yeah,
deep
that's true.
playoff team.
Another,
They were definitely
No, they were
competing
good.
against San Antonio
Taking
hard
them
as
to
hell,
7.
consistently.
Yeah. I mean, but at the same time, but where would you rank Mike Conley as far as point
Now?
guards in the league?
I don't rank him at all. He ain't been playing.
I mean, all right, take out
take
injury.
top 20.
You see what I'm saying? You just said top
and
20,
that's about-
and
that's
he's
like-
making 30 a year.
Well, I
he
give
probably
him
higher
closer
than
than
that.
that. I'll say 10 to 15 easy.
Yeah, he's probably higher than that. I just didn't feel like thinking.
From a consistency standpoint, what he do a lot. He do a lot. Penetration, can shoot. He do a lot.
Yeah.
He controlled the squad.
He hit his free throws.
Yeah, he hit his
That
free
ain't his
throws.
problem. He a leader.
Yep, and he can play D.
He play. I don't know about his defense, but if you tell me he can play D, I trust you on that. But I
He can
know
play decent D.
I know he could ball. I know Mike Conley can ball.
he's not trash. I mean, but I just wouldn't put him. He making top 5, top 10 money without being top 5.
He was the first
Well,
one to get it.
Yeah. So
That's
I
always
was.
going to be the case. That is always going to be players who make top 10, top 5 money who really don't deserve that money.
Mhm.
But it's more of, think of the quarterback market.
Oh, don't talk about that.
Quarterbacks,
Oh, God.
they're always going to be overpaid because it's only so many positions. So you got to have a quarterback. So
And even the one that you think that the critics outside of the game be like, oh, he's super trash. He still be better than a lot of quarterbacks. Matt
'cause
Stafford.
what you going to do?
Matt Stafford is better than a lot of quarterbacks, but they're to the world's eye view, they like, oh, he's trash because of this and that and this
Yeah,
and that.
but-
Be like, oh, you
He's
want
actually
him
all right.
more than who you got.
Yeah,
What you going to do? You gonna
Yeah.
keep investing in rookies and you're going to just keep kind of turning over and we
Exactly.
could just get a journeyman that somebody to hold.
Fuck that.
Eventually, you got to put your money behind somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So-
Ain't no doubt.
You can't say Matt Stafford is trash, especially you got teams like Arizona with that quarterback
you can
carousel that they got.
You can
before
always
Kyler Murray.
say, just point blank, down the middle. I would love for him to play better. That's
Oh,
really
yeah.
what that means. You talking about he trash? Set your ass down and look at the rest of these fucking teams before you start talking about somebody
For
keep
sure.
me trash.
For sure.
But man, I want to get some of this hip hop out the way, man. Y'all keep
I
interjecting
was
this
about to
shit
say, do it at the end of the show.
at
'Cause
the
we already-
end.
Yeah, because we already in sports, so it ain't no reason to jump sports, jump to music, then jump back into sports. Just do it at the end.
All right, we'll do it at the end.
For sure.
So, man,
Tomorrow starts the finals.
tomorrow does start the finals, and there's been a very dramatic lead up to this point from the playoff perspective. Now we all know best team more or less ended up being, or just overall ended up being Milwaukee. That was the best team on paper,
Yeah.
record wise.
But Toronto had
The
the,
most
best player on the
dominant-
court.
Well, no, most dominant guy in the league all
Uh-huh.
season. If we talking about dominant, we know there's a difference between dominant and best.
Yeah.
He was the most dominant guy in the league. Ran through the Pistons in that, round one. To be expected. Them boys didn't even show up. They didn't have Blake either to even try to compete at least 3/4 of the game. That's what that was. Now, Toronto first series. Who were they playing their first series?
Orlando.
That was pretty much to be expected. It was good to see Orlando in it.
Yeah,
Pretty much
Orlando
knew what
challenged
Toronto
them.
was gonna do.
They,
Yeah, they challenged. They made them wake up like
Right.
we ain't gonna just fall down. We ain't gonna just lay down for y'all. Philly pretty much came out looking good. Who was they first round with?
Oh.
Philly's first round was.
We doing this without looking at no brackets and nothing. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I forget.
don't worry about it.
Brooklyn.
Thank you, Brooklyn. And Brooklyn was a good challenge for them too. Brooklyn made you realize like we here.
Oh yeah, and
We just a
they're
piece
coming
away
out
from-
of that. They're coming out of that slump that they've been in after they
Yeah, after they traded like
their whole
5 years of draft
future.
picks.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
They traded
There
their
you
whole
go.
future.
They life started over. This was a good resurgence for Brooklyn.
Better watch for them in free agency too.
And Russell is a dog. Everything we said Mike Conley was, that's what D'Angelo Russell is right now.
Just stupid.
Yeah.
He just not smart.
Yeah.
Like off the court.
Yeah, he's not
On
off
the court, he
off
a
the court.
dog. A killer.
And he
Off
is
the
a
court,
killer.
somebody get that man an accountability partner ASAP. He's an idiot.
That's for sure, and that's why Magic said that he had to get rid of him because of the whole
Exactly.
that whole fiasco
That made-
with him.
When that happened though, that made sense to get rid of him
Get
because
his ass
that
outta
was
here.
something that could really tear your locker room apart. Because
Man.
if your teammates don't trust you, then it ain't gonna work.
Nah,
so that was
I don't like this
that was
motherfucker.
understandable
Hey, man.
when they got rid of him in the last. Like, hey, yo, this is you bringing. That's if your team ain't gonna trust you, they ain't fucking with you like that. Then yeah, we can't really have you here.
Talking about a chemistry killer. Man.
Yeah.
So that was a great series. Only series that was out there left in the beginning in the first round was that Boston and
Indiana.
Indiana, which is also a really good series. Indiana showed that they could play without their star, and that was big.
Yeah, they just you know
I love Depot. I was mad that he got hurt because I
Right.
like Depot. I like his game.
Yeah, hell yeah. His game is perfect for Indiana
Yep.
because they needed. They kind of would always play within having been playing with having like a 2-guard type of guy that can go out and do his thing. I mean, hell, they even wanted Lance Stevenson to score more in his earlier years. But
And another thing I like about Victor Oladipo, he really
Paul
rose.
George, all that.
Yeah, he rose to the challenge after leaving Oklahoma City after a disappointing couple of years.
Oh, right,
And everybody was talking about how trash everybody was on that team.
Yeah.
And he got traded in that Paul George trade.
Yeah.
And he started hooping.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, yeah,
seriously
but think about
hooping.
it like
I
this.
like Depot.
It kind of shows you because remember he balled in Orlando, got traded to OKC, but now
Orlando is kind of no man's land.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like he got traded to OKC, and then he kind of fell by the wayside because him and Westbrook kind of the same position, but
Yeah.
Westbrook is always going to have the ball in his hand a lot more. So
Yeah.
Oladipo was just trying to get in where he fit in at that
Right.
point.
Just didn't fit in there.
Because also think about it, that's coming right off of KD leaving.
Yep.
So
Immediately after.
and Russ was in
Russ got a point to prove.
Russ was in this mode of, hey, look, I'm about to wreck shit and
get on
my back and just let me do what I do,
Right.
and we gonna roll like that. And you seeing that now, he still got that mentality in him. And while I love it because he just go out there and just be killing people, they ain't gonna win with that.
Oh, as far as OKC,
I don't think OKC gonna win anything.
No,
with that.
but let's bring that to
He's
with the
a poor,
West.
he's a poor shooter.
That was the problem, man. That was their whole
I
problem.
don't know if he knows he's a poor shooter.
He knows.
Now, them with the Portland shit was entertaining, and honestly, it was his shooting that made it more entertaining.
Man, it was only entertaining because you actually had the storyline of him versus Dame, and it was they kind of reacted and
Dame
played it
and
to where they're going at each other. So you had that
Right.
thing, but
Well, and that rivalry goes back. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? That's not a new thing. But Dame came with his boots strapped up, and I think he gave like most of what he had in that
series.
Oh, ain't no
OKC.
question, yeah.
He wanted to take Russell's head off.
Just
and he did
couple Cali kids went at it,
and he
series,
did, and he did that.
including PG. PG didn't really show up though.
he was hurt.
And PG been hurt with them shoulders, and it's both
okay.
his shoulders too. You
Oh,
know what I'm
PG was
saying?
hurt in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's
Wait a
both
minute.
his shoulders.
I don't know how I missed that. That's crazy. I just knew from a stat sheet perspective. I'm like, man,
No.
I'm not seeing the same production, but that's why.
But PG
No.
was hurt toward the end of so remember end of the year, so All-Star break toward the end.
Okay.
It was PG was in his name was kept consistently out there for
for sure.
for MVP.
Yep.
He was killing this year.
Got to about
Yeah.
beginning of March and it started to tailor off. You can kind of see that's when he got hurt.
Yeah.
But his stats started to kind of tail, or his game started to tail off.
Yeah,
Right,
he
right.
was having horrible statistical
Yeah.
games, and like when the last time you heard of a basketball player hurting both of his shoulders?
That's
it was both.
insane.
It was both of his shoulders that were hurt, and I forget the actual injury that he was having, but it was both of his shoulders, and it just fell off. But like I said, Dame came with his boots strapped up, and he came to take Russell's head off, and that's exactly what
Yeah,
he
that's
did. And it came. And the series ended exactly, with the wave off shot and the fact that he busted 50 in that game.
Man.
I mean, he really,
That was one for the ages. Yeah.
hey, when he wanted Oklahoma City,
Yeah.
But also remember, Dame coming into this series,
and
He's-
Russ with the rocking the baby and all that shit that he was doing, that boy got his hand.
but
shot
Dame,
off.
he already had the motivation coming into the year based on how they went out last year. Remember, they got swept by the Pelicans last year. After
Yeah,
the
he got
Pelicans,
embarrassed.
Pelicans they had lost Boogie, and
Mhm.
he was out there getting worked by Drew Holiday
Mhm.
and Anthony. It's Anthony Davis, so they gonna do his thing. But they got rocked by the Pelicans last year when they were the favorites in that, because it was a 2-7 matchup or something like that, either 2-7 or a 3-6. I want to say 3-6.
Mm.
Possibly.
Something like that.
I think it was a 3-6. Yeah, because Golden State was 2 last year.
All right.
They
And
beat
then,
him up.
Yeah,
And another good series in that first round on the West. What was it? Well, who did Golden State play in that
Clippers.
first one? That
Golden
was
State
in the
and
Clippers
Clippers.
series. That
Spurs
was
and Denver was
series.
good.
Spurs and Denver was really good. And who was that? Utah. Who did Utah play?
No. Utah played
Did Utah play Houston?
They play Houston, yeah.
Yeah.
Utah played Houston.
That series wasn't that great.
It wasn't that great.
Because they would be in the game, and then fourth quarter,
It
would just
fall off. Because Donovan need help, bro. He need help. He need consistent help.
Donovan Mitchell got a whole lot of rust in him.
Yeah.
He got a whole lot of rust.
He might want to stop that right now.
He take a bunch of bad shots. And he's not a 3-point shooter.
No, hell
He
no.
take a whole lot of bad shots.
Yeah.
But for Utah, who else going to take him?
Oh, ain't no question.
They need to get unhitched from Joe Ingles. I would trade Joe Ingles for another
They
piece.
love Joe Ingles.
I
though.
know. I would trade him quick, fast, in a hurry.
And you know what? And that's the whole.
Why, though?
I would trade him to get another piece that you need. You know what I'm saying? Somebody more
he ain't
athletic.
He ain't consistent
But you
enough.
thinking somebody going to really give you something for Joe Ingles? I mean,
Oh, no. I'm just saying that. I mean, but they don't want to trade him. That's my point.
No, because he fits into the Utah culture. So you got to remember, when you're dealing with Utah, you still got to have players who can kind of fit into what's going on in Utah. So, it's still
You
Utah.
need white men on the team.
Still Utah. Gotta have a couple.
Need white guys on the team. That was pretty much it.
But he be giving people the business.
He could ball.
just-
That ain't the issue.
It just
He
looks
could definitely ball.
slow and
Oh, it's mad like
You know.
Brian Cardinalish. It's slow as hell. And effective, but it's so
Yeah.
Boston
And he
College.
can bust. He was definitely busting last year in the playoffs.
Ain't no question.
he got to change his number.
What is it?
He rock number 2. He ain't fly enough to wear number 2.
Definitely ain't no single digit
He
guy.
he can't rock a
Nah,
single
I need to
digit.
change that to 12. Just
Yeah.
change it to 12 or 22.
Yeah, something like that.
Anything.
35.
35.
He ain't fly enough to ride number 2.
I would have to agree with you on that one.
You know how I feel about jerseys. Certain players just don't need.
Single digit
Although
players.
in college, I'm all for fat defensive linemen rocking single digits. It's the fly shit ever, dog.
And only they can wear it.
Fat
Don't-
defensive lineman.
It ain't
Nah,
the same when
get a
somebody
dude-
buy it.
Get a dude that's like 300,
350.
to the line, let him rock number 3 or like number 5 or something.
Curled up and rolled up in them and shit. They don't.
I miss that college football when they used to have their stomach out. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
get it.
Well, you catch the right
Gotta
team, they'll do
hang
it.
your shirt up, like
Yeah.
yeah.
You catch the right team, they'll do it,
Yeah, I
dog.
miss
Baylor
that.
tried to pull that off.
You can't do it no more.
Oh, they cut it out. Haters.
But
Haters, dog.
back to that basketball, that Clippers Warriors series was great because I
Very
love the,
entertaining.
I love the way Patrick Beverly was all up in the Charmin.
Then reality kicked in.
Yeah, reality.
Kevin Durant was like,
Yeah.
"Yo,
I'm about to say you spelled KD wrong. Reality was all
Yeah.
him.
it was like, yo, okay, hold up, he doing this, he all on me. I'm Kevin Durant, and then
Sean-
And he went to rent on there.
Yeah, Charmin start busting.
Dog, I'm that dude mid-range game is
It's sick.
perfected
Yeah,
to
it's
a
sick.
T. Is what I will hope to see out of a Giannis one day. Just a glimpse of that.
He need to.
Giannis
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna
Giannis ain't
hold
got
that
no
thought.
chance.
Just hold that
Yeah.
thought. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Because we gotta get to the finals. So we're gonna lead up to that. But I just at least want to get into a couple of the series that were just entertaining. We saw a lot of entertainment at the Golden State Houston series, which Houston, the Rockets some holes for that.
Houston.
They keep tanking at the end. They just keep running out of gas at the end.
they are hoes. They style will not win a championship
D'Antoni.
because James Harden disappears in the fourth quarter every game because he put so much energy in the first 3 quarters.
Oh, yeah.
By the time the fourth quarter comes, James
Nothing.
Harden be out there on fumes. You can
Got
see
nothing.
his shot.
Golden State is just better than them. That's
Oh, yeah,
really
that
what
too.
it comes down to, bro.
That
Golden
too.
State
But
is
that's
just
a part.
better
But
than
that's
them.
a part of it because a lot of it, even to that point. Speaking of dog, as a coach, I got to tell my guy either I'm taking you out or you're gonna have to pace at least for 5 minutes. I got to get something else out of you later. I need 5 minutes, a hardcore 5 minutes out of you later.
Chris Paul wasn't playing well. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
But
here's the thing. Has anybody else noticed? Has anybody else noticed that there has been terrible point guard play in these playoffs? Awful,
because point guards ain't important.
awful
anymore.
point guard play, with the exception of Steph, Game 7 with the Rockets. Russ had a terrible playoffs. Kyrie Irving had a bad.
Kyle Lowry hadn't been terrible all the playoffs. He finally
Yeah.
played a good series this
Yeah.
last series.
Russ, Kyrie Irving, Dame tailed off super hard. You know what I'm saying? Eric Bledsoe was struggling.
Bledsoe did not show up. I forgot he played on that team. last
Exactly.
year. I really
Chris
did.
Paul.
Think about it though. Think about all the players you named.
Terrible point guard play this whole playoff.
They can't be point guards because, well, first of all, the point guard position is totally different now. But for all those teams you named, they are the engine of their team. So they have to be. I got to orchestrate the offense and I got to put up 30. You, at some point, something gonna tail off. I mean, Russ makes it happen because he put up a triple double, but it don't end up in wins most of the time. You know, he get his numbers, but he shoot 28%. So think about every point guard you name outside of Chris Paul, who don't have the ball in his hands enough.
Right.
Russ always got the ball in his hand. Dame always got the ball in his hand. Kyrie always got the ball in his hand.
Right.
Only people
That's
who
an
don't
interesting situation.
is
right
Golden
there.
State because they move the ball so fluidly through their offense.
I understand that.
So
I don't know.
so
I
think
don't
about
argue that.
so think about this. All the work that they have to put in on offense, and then on occasion they still have to put in work on defense because they're not getting, like Steph get hidden on defense a lot with a lot of switches,
for
a lot
sure.
of a lot of these other players, they don't get that. So all the energy they putting out on defense, or a quarter come, Houston has no ball movement
At all.
It goes back to dribble, shoot a tray ball, dribble, try to get fouled. That's what it comes down to.
I'm either gonna shoot a three or I'm gonna look for a
bro.
bailout call.
I don't think the players are necessarily the problem in Houston. I think the system is the problem. I don't think that you're gonna win in a Mike D'Antoni system. I just don't think that you're gonna win with
you
that.
win a lot of games.
You're gonna put up points and it's gonna be really, really fun.
But you can win games because every game is a different thing. I can't focus on you because it's the grind of the season.
Yep.
A 7-game series, I can focus on
Ain't no question.
we know what he's gonna do. Let me take this away from him.
It really, it really done boiled down to within that Houston Golden State series, like you said. If I know that this man ain't gonna have the same kind of energy in the last 5 to 8 minutes of the game, I gotta attack him. I gotta make sure he keep the ball in his hands and keep it out of somebody else's with more energy. Can't let these other guys get off. They kept the heroes at bay. Wasn't no heroes. Wasn't no what's my man? Smoke a lot of weed. Jump out the gym.
Gerald Green.
Ain't no Gerald Green about to get no, 12, 14 points off the bench hitting corner threes on me.
Right.
We not dealing. They shut all that down. We
That-
gonna let you fade out, and we gonna take this win. We
Yeah,
gonna take your heart
that's
out.
what Cedric said right here. Harden is not taking over the games at the end of the game.
He gotta have the energy to do it.
Yeah.
Cause it's only so much Superman you could play.
Harden give you that 35 in the first 3 quarters. Fourth
Yup.
quarter,
He ain't got enough energy, man. He got enough energy, just like your throat.
I'm over here dying.
So I'm just happy that I'm just motherfucker coughing in as bad as you were just now.
Man,
I'm close.
it's more like a shortness of breath. That's all that is.
So when it came down to each conference finals, Golden State ultimately, they took care of
Western
business,
Conference
man.
Finals?
No, I'm saying each one, just each conference finals.
Yeah.
I like to see the Golden State that move the ball a lot. It was without KD because of the Achilles thing, the strain. But anybody that been watching them play for 5 years know this is the same.
It's not. It was
the same team.
It's the exact same team, and for whatever reason, people thought that they were just gonna roll over and die once KD got hurt. I was telling people, I mean, what they're doing now is not a surprise,
No.
or at least it shouldn't be a surprise. Golden State does not quote unquote need Kevin Durant. This is the same Golden State who went to the finals twice and won one without Kevin Durant. They beat him to get there. They overcame a 3-1
bench.
They did. They did have a better bench.
And they had a really good guy in that spot at the 3. They had a good player in Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes is a good player.
Yeah.
Now, that's what people, whenever the argument of the whole 73-win season, he joined that team. He did not join the same team. Their bench got diminished when he came. and they left, and the guy a guy signed a contract somewhere else, so he filled that spot. They had to redo the bench. They bench been really subpar last couple of years.
Right, because they
But
don't have no
can
money
make
to
up-
do it.
Right, they don't have the money, but they still been lucky enough to get some very athletic guys. Honestly, even down to Cook, athletic. Bell, athletic. McKinney, athletic. Plays a couple of different positions. He could fill in at the 3 or the 4, sometimes a 5.
Like the people
Depending
that you
on the lineup.
like, if you told me from that first championship to this one that you're still getting quality from Iggy and from Sean Livingston, and you can see Sean Livingston, he's pretty much out of gas when he's on the court. Remember?
And Looney been balling.
Yeah,
Looney.
yeah.
Looney has been balling.
Looney
But that's
was
also-
smart enough to stick it out.
That's somebody who's been
Just
in the
learn.
system. I've been in here 3-4 years now. I know what my role is. I know what my place. I know what I excel at.
I was
Right.
like, Houston, can you get one rebound? Because Looney was getting them all.
Well,
Once he turned it on, he box out. He do all the fundamental things that a big fella supposed to do, and all of a sudden, guys like a Capella, they get quiet around that paint because he doing what he supposed to do.
Clint Capello's breaking layups. That
Part
boy
of
was
it-
breaking layups.
Part of it was Looney
Yeah.
locking in and keeping the body on him too, though.
But also with Houston, they couldn't run Capella out there because of different lineups and stuff. So if you don't have him in the game to get a feel of the game, if he's only getting 18 minutes, that's
Right.
for Capella, half his offense is gonna come off pick and rolls, I'm
Alley-oops,
I'm
yeah.
catching oops, I'm
Yeah.
catching putbacks, something like that.
Anything, yeah.
So to try to get him into the game plan and get him into the flow is gonna be hard if he's not getting a lot of time because you're trying to go small to match up with Golden State.
Absolutely.
Right.
Now,
He's not a player that can create his own shot.
Best part about that series, of course, like anybody will agree, is just seeing that ball movement. And when I hate to see any stagnant offense. So seeing their ball movement is like a work of art. I love seeing Draymond push the ball because he's smart with the ball. Push the ball, and he runs it just like any fundamentally sound player. I'm going to get to the middle. I know where my wing's at, and I know where my trail at. I knew if I got Stephen Clay on the wing, and they don't just they may run to a spot and stop, but I know I got a wing that's coming right behind me, trailing right behind me. Could be Iggy, could be McKinney, but he just know how to orchestrate it off, not setting up the offense, and just to set it up in case everything kind of breaks down, get it to Steph, and actually run the offense too. Either way, that's where they're at their original best. But with KD being out, it just helps them be able to put their strengths to the forefront again.
Oh, and Clay is back to being Clay.
It allows Clay more room to be Clay.
Right.
Because truth be told, Clay and KD kind of take up some similar spaces on the court. So it allows him to roam more freely, couple more different cuts through back screens
Clay.
and all that, double screens.
Yeah.
And when his shot is on, you ain't beating them.
Oh, no. Absolutely
sorry.
not.
You're not
No.
beating them.
No.
Because there's no double team for this. And he's
No.
smart enough to know he's either smart enough or at points he's hot enough to know, oh, I'm just going to keep shooting this bad boy. Or I'm smart enough to know, oh, I got a double team. I got a Draymond down
And
there
he's
going to
do it on the other side of the court. He's going to D you up.
And you go play defense, man. That man
he's going to D you up hard.
that man does not get enough credit.
He's up there with the Jimmy Butlers and the Kawhi Leonards on the best two-way
Period.
players in the league because Clay can D
In
you
the
up.
history of the game.
Straight up.
Period.
Straight up. Like you said, when he's on,
He like
it's
a
wrap.
taller Joe Dumars, dog.
Hey, when he's on,
I'm going
it's
to
a
play
wrap.
D, and I'm going to
It's a
shoot the
wrap.
hell out the ball. I'm going to be smart with the ball. I'm going to hit my free throws. I'm going to do everything that I'm supposed to do as a scoring guard. I'm going to do it right, and I'm going to be one of the best at it. And he headstrong. He don't get rattled.
At all.
You don't never see Clay. He might get pissed at some calls here and there. That's sports, whatever.
Yeah.
That man don't get rattled. He don't care who he playing.
Nah.
He get frustrated if his shot not going down, and then he'll take it to the hole. You know how they say the basket get a little bigger when you go close to the basket, get some close-up shots, whatever, high field goal percentage shots. He don't get rattled. Now,
Cedric, KD is not coming to Houston. That is a pipe dream.
definitely a pipe dream.
That is a pipe dream.
Brandon had to take a pause for a small chronic break.
What about those Eastern Conference Finals? Giannis and Kawhi.
Thank God we got to this. I was patiently itching to get into this for so many reasons. I mean, we could get through the obvious stuff about Kawhi and his skill set, him hitting one of the luckiest shots we've ever seen.
Hey.
Lots of skill on that shot because he had to shoot it over a 7', 7'1", man, wingspan from heaven, reaching out, fading away in the corner.
Yeah, we gonna get to Ben Simmons giving up on that, but go ahead. He gave up on that.
I'm gonna give you that too. I didn't even peep that part though. Damn. Hey, now I gotta watch the replay.
Yeah, go
again.
ahead and watch that replay.
Okay.
And watch him start stepping on the. Yeah, watch him give up on that. He don't want no part of Kawhi, bro.
So
he don't want no
with
part.
The
of
Embiid
Most players don't.
No, with the Embiid father stretch my
this
hands.
win or go home, no, bro.
Dog,
this win or go home.
Did you see how Ben Simmons played the entire playoffs? He was ready to go home.
He was ready to go home.
Hey man,
he had that ticket book. So with all that, they get into the Eastern Conference, man. I figured it'd be a dog fight.
It was.
Close
game.
Bledsoe got little. Ain't see much of air in it. And Bledsoe, he could ball. He could score. He got little. Kyle Lowry stepped his game up.
Finally, hey, I am happy for Kyle Lowry because historically he don't want to see no part of the playoffs, and he started to be like that at the beginning of the playoffs. He was same old Kyle Lowry, not doing shit, but he actually had.
He got aggressive.
Yeah,
you gotta get aggressive.
Yeah,
that's the bottom line. And I've noticed he likes for the game to come to him.
Yeah.
Right. That game will always come to you when you got maybe like a ball dependent type of guy, like a Kawhi need the ball to get going, or even DeRozan did. But that's got to be points of time, whether you got to establish that in practice amongst your squad or whatever, to say, this is my matchup. I know I could take him. I'm going to need to have plays where that happens and it'll open up somebody else. Even if I get to the line a couple times, whatever. He was doing that. He was hitting open shots. His game was flowing like it does throughout the regular. He had like a regular season type of game in a bigger moment, and that's dope. Right. That's what you want out of him. Gasol stepped up a lot more. He kind of was a little in this series, but just overall in the playoffs, when he finally woke up.
Mm-hmm.
But they need
open shots.
They didn't need him to go out there and ball offensively
at all. Nope.
It was, we need you to be out here because our goal is to, we're not gonna let Giannis get into the paint and give him 12 million dunks and putbacks and stuff.
He did them first two games.
And then they figured out, and then you saw their defensive strategy change. And, okay, you're going to have to go through the whole team to get that one off.
And man, they start calling that shit a wall.
Yeah.
By the third game. Yep, they got that wall up again.
Put Kawhi on that boy, and it was
not yes and no. Kawhi would be on him as a body right off the perimeter, but he was letting him go.
Yeah.
Take your ass right down there.
Yeah, because I'm gonna funnel you right to where I got backup coming.
Exactly. So if I know I got two help side defenders, you're not savvy enough to know that off the bat because you've been playing in this dominant, I'm going to run through everybody mode. I could Euro step my way to the basket in a half-court offense. He got the footwork for all of that. It's great.
You say, he definitely did that those first two games because he did whatever he wanted
whatever the hell he wanted to do. He did the same thing he'd been doing. Yeah, he did the same thing he'd be doing, but just what it took was a smarter coach and somebody to be willing to say, I'm going to sacrifice one guy, and y'all going to have to beat me off this three. Y'all going to have to. And they don't have no real shooters out there like that.
I'm glad that we brought this up. This is something that's been bothering me. I'm really tired of people talking to me about Brook Lopez. Quit talking to me about him.
Brook was balling.
Stop talking to me about Brook Lopez in that one good game that he had. Brook Lopez is a 7-foot center who grabs 4 boards a game. I'm tired of people telling me, because I'm a Laker fan, because he was over there.
Hey, look.
Right?
Brook
averaging career lows in every category. You know who Brook Lopez is? Brook Lopez is 12 points, 5 boards a game. You had one good game in the ECFs.
Hey.
One good game.
You see how many years I've been in the league? I don't play on the block no more.
This is
3-point line to 3-point line, baby.
This is what, game six, win or go home. Kawhi Leonard had 17 rebounds.
Okay.
17 rebounds. You right up under the goal.
Look, that's why we got Giannis. That's why we got
Screw Brook Lopez.
That's why we got
Quit talking to me
Middleton.
about
Can't
it.
ain't nobody
That's why
else
we
that
got
get
Malcolm.
rebounds.
That's why we got Brogdon. That's why we got Connaughton and all them other dudes. Y'all go out there
Quit
and grab
talking to me
boards.
about Brook Lopez.
Brooke, like, look,
Marginal.
3-point line to 3-point line. Hey, I don't play
Marginal.
defense.
At all. At all.
Shit, half the NBA don't play defense. So James Harden.
I don't need no 7-footer who
Nah,
5
man.
boards a game.
5.
That's trash.
tough.
That's trash.
I ain't know all that.
That's
dog.
trash.
That's really
Like
bad.
really like 4-6.
4.6 rebounds.
Like that's really
7-footer.
4.6. You 12 points a game. That's trash.
Man, listen here.
And Cedric, I'm gonna continue to be a Lakers fan. Hey, we gonna get to that in a second. I'm gonna address that in a second. But yeah, quit talking to me about Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez.
Tell you
marginal.
something, man. I'm gonna ride with you on that one, dog. Because that
Nah.
motherfucker stole the NBA heart that one night, didn't he?
He hit 29 points that one night.
He stole
And
the
everybody
NBA
like,
heart.
the Lakers, they made a mistake. No.
Oh,
The,
no, they
the only
didn't.
player that I regret letting go of was Julius Randle. Everybody else probably needs
Look,
love.
what's that? What was that? Was that game? This game 6? He put up 18 and 9. Hold up. Now it's just funny. So
Could you keep looking for more?
now it's just funny.
Exactly.
So and feel free to chime in if you see any other bright spots from
16 and 8.
It's about to keep going lower.
But no, this is game 6, game 5. This is game 4. Okay, yeah. So game 4, he played like ass. He had 8 and 2.
2.
Yeah, the average went
2
down
boards.
to 12 again.
Hey,
Quit
man.
telling me about Brook Lopez.
I'm just saying,
Now,
fam.
Here's my thing, and I know we all agree on this. Giannis' game overall is ass. It's terrible. His overall game is really bad.
No.
It's really bad. Oh, it's
Giannis?
Really, Giannis' overall game is horrible.
No.
Horrible.
Why is it horrible?
Hot take. New
What
Jersey.
else he do? What else he do besides run through that one guy that be guarding him that can't? Run through him. Yeah, dominant. Shaq was dominant as hell till he matched up. Till he went up against Olajuwon.
He's dominant.
That's
but
what we looking at. We looking
that's
at. That's what we looking at.
And
I'm not-
Olajuwon is the
I don't mean to
only-
wag my
Yeah.
finger at you like an old man.
No, and Olajuwon is the only one that you've ever seen clowning. That's the only one that you've ever seen clown.
And the
But back
only
to
one we've
Giannis,
seen clown him this year, Kawhi. Kawhi was
Well,
his
Kawhi's a
Olajuwon.
better player.
Kawhi was his Olajuwon.
Yeah,
When he
Kawhi's a better player.
When Shaq got to his dominance, and he was the most dominant player in the league, and then he had to get skill. Giannis gonna have to get skill. Giannis don't have no post game. He don't have no mid range game. He gonna fuck with no free throws. He had a couple of threes in that game 7 or game 6, but he don't have no jumper. His
Well,
jumper is terrible.
Also,
Yeah,
think
his
about
jumper
it-
is
think about
completely
it like this.
awful.
Okay, this is what Giannis, 4th year, 5th year, something
That's
like
the
that.
beauty of it, right there.
So now it's just okay. I can see what I need to develop. Normally, players, you know why players don't develop? Because they don't have to.
He never had to.
So if I've been dominant and I'm getting 26 a night because I can dunk 12 times a game,
Exactly.
and I get to the basket and everything else,
And if you
I
make
don't-
5 out of 9,
I don't have to shoot a bunch of mid-range jumpers because it ain't there for me because I can do whatever else I want to.
That's a lost art. Steph Curry ruined the league and made it to
He
where
ruined it.
Man, it was
he ruined
bad
the
before
league
that.
as far as that's concerned. And it pretty much devalued that the mid range jumper.
If Giannis need anything else, he need him a post game. He need a post game before anything,
Mm-hmm.
and he need that mid range jumper, just that elbow. Shit, man, you need to
He
shoot
can
at
run the
the
board. He can get
elbow.
to
Okay,
the
but
rack.
this
He
the
can
problem,
protect the
though.
rim.
When he get to the elbow, if he takes one step, he's at the basket. So it's like I don't really
Well-
need to shoot this jumper because I can get to the basket with one step.
But if I don't know his free throw percentage, but I'm gonna go on. Let's just say on the limb he's shooting in the 60s. If I know half the time I'm only getting one of them points, I'll be better off perfecting this mid-range game. Because if I know I could get that step on you, I could jab you and pull up. You're not blocking his shot just like a KD. You're not blocking the shot.
Yeah.
He needs to get that mid-range. And most guys go work on a three-pointer, so I'm not really so much worried about that.
Him and Ben Simmons need to go to the same shooting camp.
It's not,
They need to go to the same shooting
Ben
camp.
Simmons just needs to shoot.
just do it.
He don't. It ain't that. Well, he can't shoot, but
He still got to do it.
he don't even attempt to shoot.
Same concept.
He
Just
needs-
shoot closer, dog. You don't have to be all the way out here, man. Just get closer to
Yeah.
the basket.
I would say he definitely needs to be more aggressive with that. He definitely needs to be more aggressive.
Ben Simmons
with
can
that.
get to the damn rack anytime he want to.
One of the
And
biggest,
he
most
get-
talented and athletic guys
You
in the
can't
league.
really
He
stop
has a
him.
great
But
overall skill set.
He's scared to shoot.
Scared
Shoot.
as hell to shoot.
Shoot closer shots.
Shoot closer shots, man.
High percentage.
That's it.
you-
Jump hook.
You
jump,
see-
you
that-
can
that's-
jump
you
hook
see enough
your
shot-
life away.
You see enough of your shots go in, you get more confidence in
Hey,
shooting.
and that's one thing I can say about Lonzo Ball. He's not scared to shoot. It's gonna a lot of them gonna be air balls, but he ain't scared to put them up. He ain't scared to put them up at all.
You got the resources to get better, but if you don't shoot the damn ball, then we just go say you can't shoot. Period. Like not just not good at it, but can't. It's not happening.
You become the weak link on the court that we don't have to focus on you. We can shag off.
That's
of-
embarrassing if I could leave you open in that wooded open space and you're not shooting the ball and you a guard or a small forward. That's part of your job at that point. Giannis needed a lot of game. He needed a post game because that whole now other teams see the blueprint. The whole Eastern Conference is gonna be building a wall for the guy now.
Hi, mama.
The whole Eastern Conference. What's up, mom? The whole Eastern Conference is gonna be building a wall for the guy now. Period. I just need to give me a couple guys that's gonna give me about 4 fouls.
Yeah.
That's willing to take that body up real quick in the paint, and it's nothing for the Eastern Conference. The whole damn thing will be doing that. But pull up on their ass. They'll
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, if he develops
Fish off.
if he develops a jumper, he's gonna be top 5, one of the most unguardable
Scoring
people.
champ.
Exactly. He's gonna be one of the most unguardable players in the league if he develops a jumper.
KD
He can al-
2.0
Exactly. He can
because
already
he'll go to the hole more.
because he can run the court. He can rebound. He can pass. If he develops a shot, he'll be one of the most unstoppable players.
And in a
the
lot of
league.
cases, he needs to get rid of the ball earlier.
Mhm.
It's just getting used to saying, like, I don't have to run through a whole damn 2-3 guys. If I know one's coming over, his IQ will pick up. He'll play more. His IQ will pick up. He'll know I got a guy slashing. I got a guy in the corner. I got a guy wherever.
So do you think they just need to develop? I'm talking about Philly, because you think they have enough pieces. I think they have enough pieces. I just think they need to get better as a team. I like Jimmy Butler and Tobias Harris and Embiid if he can stay healthy, and Ben Simmons. They have a pretty good team. I mean, if you want to add another role player or something. If you want to add another role player or another shooter, something like that, I don't have a problem with that. But as far as the team itself, I don't see them missing anything. Like Portland to me, they are missing another piece.
Portland needs a wing.
You know what I'm
A
saying?
wing who can get his own shot.
They needed
And
to
hit
play
down.
Evan Turner more. They needed to play him more. They didn't play him enough just to be competitive. They needed to play him more. I know he was a Buckeye and you don't like that. but I'm
Evan
trying to-
Turner.
They needed to
Really?
play him more.
Okay.
They could have played him more. Who's go?
Evan-
They should
Evan
have played
Turner
him more
is-
than Al Farouk Aminu.
For sure. Say that
More.
louder for the people in the back.
More.
They both just
Evan Turner can get his own shot. We know he can get his own shot. Al Farouk Aminu just be out there.
Al Farouk suck.
Al Farouk if Al Farouk was shorter, he'd be running one of these 7-Elevens.
we knew
around here.
who Al Farouk Aminu
Wow.
was when he was in Dallas.
wow.
He looked like a dude at the 7-Eleven I used to go to.
That's really fucked up.
I can't help because he got a doppelganger that gave me 10 on 50. I mean, 10 on 12. No, it was probably $50 worth of gas. So 50 on 12.
But Portland is missing a piece, right? I think that Oklahoma City is missing a piece.
They missing
You
pieces.
know- You know what I'm saying? I don't think Philly is necessarily missing pieces.
They're gonna be missing the
I
pieces
just-
next
I
year.
think- I
'cause
think-
Jimmy Butler gone.
Oh, Jimmy Butler getting the hell up out of there.
One him or Harris or him or Tobias is gone. I just
Shit, might be
don't
both.
know who.
Tobias
Well, I
could go
could- like, I
get,
could
Tobias
see-
could go get some money.
I can see Butler
he could.
going to like a Brooklyn because somebody's gonna overpay for Jimmy Butler.
Let him do that. Shit, where Brooklyn at?
No, it'd be a good look for Brooklyn.
Where Brooklyn
It'd be a
at?
good look for Brooklyn.
Jimmy, hey, I think Jimmy kind of solidified that max deal that he gonna get, in these playoffs. Because at the beginning, when Jimmy Butler was there, he really wasn't making the impact that he did in the playoffs. I was arguing with my homeboy about that, and
I thought he did. I thought he did what he was supposed to.
not really. I mean, I don't think he moved the needle for them like that in the regular season.
No.
I mean, because last year they won like 51 games. This year they won like 50. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the exact same. I mean, but he ramped it up in the playoffs, which is what you need from him. He put up like 18 a game, which is not bad. I just don't think that in the regular season he moved the needle for them like that.
No,
but he did do that in the playoffs, especially in the Toronto series.
They should have been a 60-game team.
He he matched
55.
Because think about it. They got Tobias and them late in the year. Butler didn't start the year with them.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
he
that's
didn't.
right. That's right. That's right. That's
You
right.
know.
But he
Okay,
played
I got
almost 60 games
Yeah, but
out of 82.
they also don't have
They
a
weren't.
bench.
They weren't gonna be a 60-win team. I see what you're saying.
Philly don't have a bench. Embiid is going to miss 20 games.
Yeah, I forgot.
'cause he's going to be hurt.
Yeah, I forgot. But I forgot Jimmy Butler was beefing in Minnesota for about 20 games.
Brett Brown need to get Embiid off that 3-point line. You need to quit doing that. He's not good at that.
Shit, he their best 3-point shooter damn near besides
He's not
JJ
that
Redick.
good. He's not that good.
Well, that's when you know it's
The
a
rest of them
problem.
trash.
I like Embiid though.
I think Tobias go get him some money, which I hope he does. I think Butler go, like you said, end up in Brooklyn.
I'm gonna tell you a team that could use Tobias. Portland.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
Put Tobias in Portland. Nah, I just don't know if they got the money for it. But put Tobias in Portland. Bring him and with Nurkic coming back.
All right. Here's the problem that you had, and you hit on it. I think it's salary cap, right?
Yeah, they don't got the
because
money.
Nurkic is making like, all right, so you're gonna have to pay Dame. Dame is gonna get paid.
Well, no.
because
Dame
he's
is already getting his max. They
Yeah.
have already said it.
yeah,
191.
He's gonna get it. CJ McCollum done already got his deal.
He got bread.
Evan Turner is making a lot of money. That dude's making almost 20.
I'd get rid of his ass tomorrow.
And Al-Farouq Aminu, he's making almost 10. Nurkic is making like 12 or 13. You know what I'm saying? So they got a lot of salary over there. They need to get rid of some of them dudes. But hey, exactly, missing a piece, like you say, Tobias Harris. I think he'd be great over there. Another guy who can shoot, that'd be great. That's a really good piece over there. I like
Sheesh.
that.
Yeah,
That would be heavy in the West.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
for
I like
next
that.
year, they money locked up heavy.
I like that.
29 for Dame,
Yeah.
27 for CJ,
Uh-huh.
Oh damn.
18 for Evan Turner,
Exactly.
Oh.
12 for Nurkic,
12 exactly.
Man,
11 for Myers Leonard,
what a pipe dream that was.
11 for
Myers
Harkless.
Leonard. You see what I'm saying?
But they got a bunch of other dudes that drop off, but you still won't be able to pay.
Ain't gonna be enough to make up
Yeah.
25, 30.
18
Because you still got to also fill out the rest of your roster.
18 for Evan Turner. And how much you say for Myers Leonard?
11.
That's 29, almost $30 million that you got in two players that you.
And Harkless at 11.
You see what I'm saying? You got almost $40 million tied up in
Forgot about Mo Harkless.
in people that you can that you can get rid of.
Yeah.
Bobby, what's up, man?
So tomorrow it starts.
NBA Finals.
First game in
I know.
Toronto, the 6th.
Uncle Michael, what's up, man?
I don't know why they call it the 6th. I just wanted to say that. It sounded like so cool.
Man.
I have no idea why they call it the 6th. But it's
I think it's funny that Drake is irritating people. I think that's funny.
That's
I am
mad weird.
100%
I think it's really funny.
against Toronto for that sole reason.
Oh.
For
I
that,
mean, I wasn't rooting for them anyway.
for that
Well, I just
sole-
kind of threw that in. I just think it's funny that he's really irritating.
He's annoying as
people.
shit.
I think that's funny.
I would throw something at him.
He's annoying him. I wouldn't give a shit, man. That
No.
man
But Spike was annoying.
No. It's a total difference. It is a difference because Spike be on the sideline, but
But he was engaging the players
I don't
too.
think it's that different.
but no, the players are also engaging him,
Right.
and
I don't
so
think it's that
him,
different.
And plus, who Spike went at it with Reggie Miller, and
Yeah.
outside of that, that's about it. Drake,
That can't
every
be
damn play is damn near on the court like he a fucking coach.
But he has business with them, like
I
actual
don't
business.
get-
I'm
you
not
are not a
talking
player.
about.
No.
I'm not talking about
You
just a fan.
You
He
didn't
has
basketball.
business with them.
OVO
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah, he's getting money with them.
Okay, guess what? Sit your ass down.
I agree. Like I said,
First of all,
I just think it's funny.
He be damn near on the court. It be all you see is him with the birdie clap. Like, nah, man, sit your ass down.
with the Coach Garrett clap.
Man, sitting out there, what's up? Good no call, ref. Like, nah, man.
I think it's funny.
I wouldn't let that dude get under my damn skin because he's a non-factor.
No, but I'm saying, I can see why people would complain because does he kind of overstep his bounds? Yes, he's a team ambassador, but guess what? You are not a player. You're not a coach. You're not on the roster. You don't see Mark Cuban stepping on the court. You don't see.
Did you see the Milwaukee Bucks owner's daughter wear that Pusha T T-shirt? That was funny.
Yeah, that
was awesome.
That was funny.
It was funny as hell, and then they lost.
Yeah.
So
it is.
I like that clapback. That's funny.
But no,
if you go do it.
They
That's
didn't
how
already.
you do it.
But
Yeah.
NBA already said, yeah, we didn't have to talk with Toronto. We didn't have to talk with Drake. Mm-hmm.
Have a
Ain't
seat.
gonna be no more
Tone
of
that shit down.
Yeah, ain't gonna be no
Have
more
a
of
seat.
that. That's who was gonna lie in the hands of regardless. It's gonna lie in the hands of the the NBA. They gonna take care of business. They not it was fun while it lasted.
They sat there. They was like, yeah. And guess what, player? We about to be on our national TV stage, even though they are always on national. But now we are on. It's our final. This ain't about to be Drake and the Toronto Raptors versus.
No. And the NBA is the premier. Actually, it's the premier league now. Yeah. NBA is killing NFL.
No, it's not.
No,
it's not. No, it's killing NFL to black people because we still hate NFL for the
NFL. The NFL
will always be king, bro.
Nah.
The NFL that is America's favorite.
Hey.
That is America's favorite pastime.
Yes, it is.
100%.
This I'm gonna tell you
And
how.
it's on the cool and monetarily is not close.
I ain't saying monetarily.
It's
I'm just
not
saying
close.
It's better.
Okay,
Better
better
how?
as far as your opinion, or and it's not in popularity.
More fucking athletes, first of all.
It's not in popularity.
Nah,
How?
It's
It
not-
is not.
It's not
no,
more popular. It's not more popular than
The
NBA.
NBA is not touching the NFL in popularity.
Nah.
It's not close. Nobody. It's the regular season.
I don't agree. With
Not
No.
a lot of people are watching
Hold
the regular NBA regular season games. The ratings for the NFL are way
No,
higher.
yeah,
That's
ratings-
way more
higher.
condensed.
Way higher. Less games. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
more condensed.
It's
yeah.
way higher.
It's much better.
Way high. I think it's better. I like basketball better than football, but the NFL is way more popular than the NBA. Way more popular.
I don't agree.
100%.
Way more popular.
This-
That's
this
why
I can
they're a
tell- this I can
$12
tell you
billion
how.
a year business.
No, that's fine. The
For
numbers
the simple fact
the numbers
that
go speak to what
the
they are.
NFL can go
I
through.
still don't think it's better.
The NFL can go through every little scandal, this,
I don't
and
think
this,
it's better. I
and they
think it's
damn
more
ratings
popular.
continue to go up. You got people who I'm not watching because of Cap. I'm not watching because of Donald Trump. I'm not watching because of y'all making the league game sissified or whatever because y'all do all that. And they ratings still continue to go up.
Still,
I want to see what the ratings are
I
this year.
still better.
I want to
I
see what
think
the
the
ratings.
NBA is
I want
better.
to see what the ratings are
It's
this
just
year.
not more popular.
Think about what people have been saying about the playoffs. I want to see what the ratings have been with no LeBron, because you know it's a big ass drop off with no LeBron playing. Because
Yep.
because remember the
I don't
NBA.
know. They haven't said anything.
the
About,
NF
they haven't said anything about no drop offs.
Those numbers have come out, but the NBA is star driven. The NFL is
Team.
we are the NFL.
NFL is heavy star driven. You crazy as hell.
No,
What he's saying is that the league, the NBA is about stars and individual players. The NFL is about the shield.
Yeah, the NFL.
It's about the shield. It's about the team. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Yeah,
Look,
the
Steelers can
NBA
have no
is
Steelers
far
can have no
better.
Le'Veon all year.
The
and,
NBA is
and
much
the
more
Steelers are
progressive.
still going to draw.
Ain't no question.
Let a LeBron
Steph, what
get
up?
hurt. Let somebody like that get hurt. And you'll be like, well, I ain't watching them no more because you can't use you. One, you're black. Two, you love basketball, so you can't use your own personal opinion
Yeah. Well,
because you're biased.
I
I'm
think
always gonna
I
love
think the
basketball.
That's like
NBA
me
is much
saying-
more progressive. They're definitely more
Yeah.
progressive
That on that end, yeah.
NBA is
in
better,
every
man.
way.
But as far as popularity, nah.
Now in popularity,
Shit. Popularity,
it's the NFL.
popularity, lowest of keys. It might come behind college football depending on where you at.
It does come by college football, depending on where
So
you
that
at.
means that means you put the NBA at third. Then
I ain't put nope.
I'm just saying.
Can't do it.
I love the NBA more than most.
NBA playoffs alone is better than most of the football season.
Because you have more games.
So
And but you know what? Also, that can be because there's not as much urgency. Some people you lose viewers. Now, also some of the things with NBA is also time zones and that kind of stuff that plays into it. But popularity wise, NFL is this.
NFL is
also you got to remember NFL is driven by gambling. You don't hear people talking about I'm gambling on
first
NBA
of all,
games.
that's the real hand.
fantasy football and all of that.
That has more of a hand in it than any of the rest of that shit.
It's still popularity though.
No, I get it, but that part
more
there,
people are going to watch the Super Bowl than they're going to watch the NBA Finals.
I don't know about that. They ain't
Fam.
Nah.
You're wildin'.
For sure.
It all depends on who playing on both sides.
Fam.
It depends on who playing on both sides.
The NBA Finals only way the NBA Finals will outdraw the Super Bowl is if it would have been.
You'll have to take it. You'll have to take it collectively because it's games and this and that and this and that. You got to, but you can't really compare the two. First of all, because it's one game.
True.
And so you can't really compare the two. But
people love the NFL more than they love NBA
In this country.
that's
It's
the
true.
dumbest shit in the world too.
Worldwide in NBA, because you could
But it's
but
Worldwide, it ain't no competition.
but also you can't play most
well, because
other
really only
countries
in
don't
country
play
that-
football.
Yeah.
No, they don't. They play football.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
That shit blowing all that shit out the water.
oh yeah, yeah.
Soccer
Yeah, not even
is-
going there.
Yeah.
Not even going. Not even going there. Mason be playing next year, some way somehow. I don't know. He'll figure it out. It's in his
I don't
blood.
know,
He'll be
dog.
all right.
No, I don't know if you're gonna let
But-
Mace play, dog.
He got to. He be
Mason-
the enforcer. He playing all defense.
Mace a little bit too aggressive, dog.
Yeah,
Mace gonna get
But-
thrown. He gonna get all kind of red cards.
he already got a record with Lifetime. He been kicked out of several lifetimes. Dog, we out here. It's going down. We don't give a shit. I don't care either.
My daughter actually beat up a little boy. But
It's going down. They play on co-ed. Enforcers.
my daughter don't play no games.
Red card.
at all.
You out of here.
And you out of here.
Yeah,
Soon
Callie
as
don't
he
play
get
no
on-
games.
As soon as he get on the bit.
But NBA Finals, what's your prediction? I say Warriors 4-1.
About that. I say that. And I say that.
I say it in 6. Go to State.
In 6.
The only reason I think they're not gonna get swept is because I think Kawhi remember that shit from him getting hurt, and he'll just take over one game.
At least one.
Yeah,
He gonna have a 40-pointer.
Yeah,
But-
who else gonna show up?
That's the problem.
Van Fleet. He probably done shot his whole
Hey,
load.
Van Fleet.
About
Hey,
that.
I got a homeboy who's been
I
watching.
like
What's
Van
up,
Fleet, though.
That dude has been busting
I
those last
I like
3
Van
games.
Fleet, man. I like Van Fleet.
He went like 16 for 18 from 3.
He had to because Danny Green whole ass disappeared.
I don't know what's wrong with Danny Green.
He can't shoot worth shit now, dog.
Yeah, so
And I
weird.
like Siakam.
I do, but I don't.
He gonna be the man next year.
That's what it is. He just need a little bit more to his game.
Yeah. No, but he's a good role player, and he's
Great role player.
and
does a lot.
he's done good as the second best player on that team. Well, third. Switching
Depending
out
on the
between
game.
him and Kyle Lowry.
Depending on the night, especially all season long.
Yeah.
Line. I think that might give Golden State some issues if Siakam have a strong game. Then that'll be their win.
Yeah.
Because Siakam does a lot around the basket. Draymond got to keep a body on him at like all times. And Looney. Looney is probably going to get a lot of playing time because of this. You got to think about it. Siakam play around the basket a lot. Gasol stays on the perimeter for the most part. He'll go in the paint a little
They
bit.
ain't gonna be worried about Gasol.
That ain't no worry, but
I think
you
it's
just got
going
to
to be
keep an
less
eye on
complicated.
him. Huh?
I think it's going to be a lot less complicated. I think they're going to D up Kawhi as much as they possibly can, and they say, okay, Siakam and Kyle Lowry, you're going to have to win the finals. And
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be able to do it.
Because they gonna tag team Kawhi with Draymond and Iggy.
Boom.
You know what I'm saying?
Switch off.
So-
Double up,
Yeah, so that way
give him looks. And Clay
Van-
get on him every now and again.
It's
just
gonna
on
be
the switch-offs.
it's gonna be up to Van Fleet and Norman Powell and Siakam to win the finals.
Norman Powell got some game though.
Yeah, he
got
does.
some
I'm
game,
just
though.
saying this.
Yeah. But it is gonna be left up to them
Yeah.
the ball. They gonna have to. So they got a big game.
so which one of them chasing Steph around the court all game?
Don't matter. They gonna be winded by the third quarter.
I don't know.
That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Kyle
They
Lowry-
all got to. And ain't none of them in that kind of shape, dog.
And I'm calling it right now.
And if they bring if Sharman was playing, they'd probably sweep him.
Man, y'all gonna chill with this KD disrespect.
I ain't
dog.
saying I'm not feeding.
Oh, I don't
into that
like
mess.
KD. I'll go head to head with.
Yeah,
I don't like
y'all-
Kevin Durant at all.
y'all gonna
I
chill.
respect his game.
Y'all gonna chill, dog. I don't blame him for leaving OKC.
Soft serve.
I'd have left them asses too.
Hell yeah, got the hell on.
I'd have bounced.
And I ain't
I
starting my
wasn't mad
life
at-
over for
I wasn't-
none of y'all.
I wasn't mad when he left.
Man, look.
That is one of the most mentally fragile superstars that they ever had.
That part is true.
I don't even care. Who cares? Most of them are.
Yeah.
They got egos, and then for him, he just stopped giving a damn. Once he got rid of his burner account, he said, "Dog, this just gonna be me." That's just what it's gonna be.
KD out there answering college kids on Twitter.
I'm gonna tell y'all
He don't care.
College kids.
who
He
y'all
don't
got to
care,
worry
dog.
about.
He a millennial, dog. It don't matter.
Who is about to
He
take
gonna
over the
crack in New
series?
York.
It's Klay Thompson. For the simple fact that he did not get All NBA
30 a night.
and lost out on that money, he about to light Toronto ass up.
He gonna go to the
'Cause he was pissed.
He might actually dunk this series.
Klay always get a couple dunks.
He might
give
dunk
you a
hard
couple,
this series, though.
You know.
he might like dunk on somebody this series. Not even the fast break.
Oh, Klay about to light somebody up.
I'm gonna call him Clay. I'm gonna call him
Tell
Clay.
me.
Clay, that's my favorite player on that team. Well, him other than him and Draymond. I love Draymond Green. I love
Sag
Draymond
nasty.
Green.
I've not heard one person say that ever in my life.
I love Draymond
This is
Green.
the first time I've ever
Unless
heard
you
that-
went to
heard somebody
state.
say that.
I love Draymond Green.
People from state don't
I
even say
think-
Or
that.
Michigan.
Or just from the state of
I
Michigan.
think every team needs a Draymond Green on it.
Only problem is, excuse me. I don't know if Draymond would be that good on another team. Because
As long as he fulfills his role.
I know that's
for the
always
simple fact of you're gonna have to tailor the offense to make him more
involved.
in the offense. So you got to give him opportunities to move the ball and push the ball and everything. That's a product of the Golden State system. You send Draymond to some other
Miami.
teams who may just
I think it would be a mistake to send Draymond Green to a team where he has to be like
the primary.
the second or third
Yeah.
offensive
That's not
option
good.
because that's not
That's
who
not
he
his
is.
game, bro.
But I think that every team needs toughness. I think every team
yeah,
needs
yeah.
defense.
That
I think
part.
every team needs rebounding. Somebody who can guard on the perimeter and down low. Somebody who has the ability to do that. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I think
defensively he'll be fine anyway.
I think every team needs that.
Yeah.
And he's a dog.
yeah, defensively
He is
he'll
the
be fine
only dog.
anywhere.
He is the dog. He is the heart of that team. Is on that end.
Ain't no question.
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
just-
I think
like I said,
every
I
team.
I
needs
think
that.
offensively, what he brings to them, I don't think with a lot of other teams he would bring that, and that's more because of function of other teams' offenses.
And not a lot of teams have two, dominant shooters. So without that, and then they got a guy like him that can facilitate and do so many things all over the court,
Right.
filling up the stat sheet, still playing hella defense and all that. He take a lot of pressure off of guys
Right.
when the going get tough. You know what I mean? So,
And every
Like you
now
said,
and
you
then
move
he'll
him
bust
around.
you for a tray ball.
and now and again, dog, you know how much of a luxury they have for a guy that can get you about 14, 8 boards,
Yeah.
6 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Dog, he everywhere.
If you're playing against him, you
Intensity
hate him.
plays.
Yeah, getting folks' heads. Like scratch your brother in the eye, kick him in the balls.
Yeah.
But some, that's
Yeah.
life.
He need to quit being he need to quit being dirty. I mean, but that's kind of who he is.
You know, a lot of it is, I don't even call it so much dirty. He just get out there. He just was getting too wild and loose. That's what I call it.
Said you wildin'.
I don't call it get dirty. But at the same token, every team need one. All the better teams had one.
Exactly.
Every better team had one, dog. I don't
Every
care who
team
it
needs
was.
toughness. Everybody. I mean, like you said, you got somebody 6'8", 6'9" who can guard down low and you can guard on the perimeter
And
and
can
who
push it on the break and
who
all
can
this.
who
Hit
has
a
the
open
ability
shot.
to pass.
Hit his free throws, dunk. He do a lot of great things.
I'm telling you, every team needs a Draymond Green. He need to quit being dirty, but every team needs a Draymond Green. He need to quit keep kicking people in the nuts. And every
But
and
you know what?
every
He ain't had no kick situation
and-
since that
and
Cleveland
every
series.
and every single time is something questionable going on. It's he's a part of it.
Typically is. He ain't had no kick situation since that last Cleveland series. No.
Oh, you talking
No.
about when the NBA, you know, like rigged it so that he misses the game so that Cleveland can get back? Never mind.
That series.
Never mind.
Yeah, that series. The one that everybody swear was all Cleveland this and Cleveland that. They failed to realize Draymond was out of the game.
He played game 6 and 7 though.
No, he didn't play.
He missed game.
He missed game 5. He played game 6 and 7.
He got kicked out game 4 and then missed game 5.
Right.
That's big.
But he played game 6 and 7.
He
They
played
and
game
they
6
and they
and
lost
7.
both of those games.
But
They lost 5
remember.
too. Yeah, remember they lost 5, 6, and 7.
And Zaza was out one of them games
Zaza
too.
got not Zaza, Bogut.
Bogut was hurt one of them
Bogut
games
got hurt.
too. But
Regardless,
I mean, did he or did he not kick somebody in the ball?
He didn't.
For the second
He
time.
didn't.
For the
He
second.
didn't.
For the
Actually, he
second
didn't.
time.
he
Nah,
didn't
he
hit
didn't.
LeBron in the nuts.
He didn't.
LeBron stepped over him with that Ty Lue step over, and he
And
just
he
pushed
pushed him off.
Get off.
He
his whole
he
ass.
baited him. He definitely baited it.
who? LeBron.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't even call it so much like an intentional bait.
Oh no,
It really. I mean, he goes. It was more of a taunt than anything else. He stepped over him, but
should
from-
have fired. He should have gotten fired on.
I mean, but at the
It
same
was
time,
more- it wasn't
at the
worth
same time,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
Draymond did miss that game, but he did play game 6 and game 7, and
But if you miss,
you
a
had
game,
you had
any-
those opportunities.
Game
to
5
win
was the
that
closeout.
series.
Game 5 would have been a
that
closeout.
would have been a closeout.
Well,
I'm
I
just
mean,
talking shit. I don't really care.
But
Oh no, I do because I hated Cleveland because I never wanted to see Cleveland any Ohio team win a championship.
any Ohio team at all.
Yeah.
I hope everybody in the state gets SARS.
Damn.
I don't know. Sometimes I just gotta do that. Hip hop. Now, got into this. We'll get into this for about 5 to 8 minutes, man, and get it moving. Couple albums dropped. Now, I'm gonna ask this. I ain't listened to the whole. No, I'll take that back. I listened to the whole thing. This Tyler the Creator album is getting a lot of traction.
it's great.
You think it's great?
It's very good. He killed that. Tyler Creator is actually getting better with time. He's getting better.
I agree with that. I'm gonna have to listen to it again for the greatness. Now, I'm not denying his talent.
I use that wrong word. It's really good.
All right. DJ Khaled album. I ain't listened to it.
Ass and chips.
I like chips. I do like ass.
Not together.
though. Okay. Now, of course, you had Megan Thee Stallion. She had an album that got a lot of traction too.
I listened to it.
You probably obligated because she's from Texas. You kind of felt like you had to.
Not at all. If you garbage, I will say that you could.
But you at least had to take a peek at it at a minimum.
I listened to the entire album.
Was it good for her style? Was it like something that's go get her out here?
Here's the thing. Here's why I was disappointed. I ain't gonna say disappointed. I think she can do better than that. She can actually rap. Megan can actually rap. You know what I'm saying?
I believe
and
that,
she displayed that some on this album, but instead she opted for club records. You can put
No.
You can put this album on in a strip club and the DJ can just walk away.
The label opted for club records because I'm pretty sure she probably had some shit, and they were like, okay, yeah, but they're going for the song. They're trying to make her like the soundtrack of the summer. That's what every.
Right.
Well, I
every
mean, well, she up
female-
there. She's
yeah.
up there with the. You know,
So
she's
yeah,
up
but that's
there.
what her music going. I mean, you ain't about to get a bunch of rapidy ass.
You
rappers.
can put her album on at a strip club and the DJ can walk away. That's what that whole album is. If you haven't listened to it, that's exactly what it is. I ain't gonna say it's trash.
Sarah just chimed in and said, "Oh shit, my groupie clearly has no alert. He ain't even know he was on. What up, Sarah? Oh man, go ahead, continue, my brother.
Damn.
No, it's all right. I mean, it's a strip club. It's a strip club record.
All right, whole joint. Now, I'm gonna be in, and I know, although I'm a couple days later than this, I'm gonna be interested to get into the Blue and Exile. They
It's
had
an EP.
I
Absolutely.
need to get.
Well,
into
no,
that.
hey, you go 3 songs.
It's an EP. It's a quick.
It's 3 songs
Get in,
and
get
the
out.
instrumental to those 3 songs. The songs are jamming.
But I'm never disappointed about Blue and Exile.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's-
no, they're
That's the
jamming.
thing.
It's just a get in and get out.
Yeah.
I was still listening to Blue and Exile shit from like 2010 or
What's
something like
I
that.
listen to that Below the Heavens
I was
all the time.
below-
Yeah.
There you go.
I have it, actual CD, digital, and vinyl.
It's actually that's a classic album to me.
Yeah, they did the Nas joint. Whose world is? Oh,
Yeah, that whole album.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah, and I actually found that album late. I didn't hear it when it very first came out. I actually found it like 2 years later. It came out in like what 07?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to get into that YG album. I did. I can't.
All right.
I listened to one of his
YG's
interviews, but
YG, the album. I listened to the album a couple of days ago. The first half of it,
can't do it.
the second half made up for it. He
Okay.
had really he had jams on it. The second half, the first half, not good.
Try to get into it, man. I really did. Them first few songs.
His
it was-
last
it
album was
difficult.
ass. His last album was trash. Boy. Hey, it was trash. Boy. Hey, it was trash.
And a couple of
It
new
was
names.
trash.
Beast Coast, y'all up on that?
I've heard of them. I ain't never like listened to it though.
No.
I gotta get into that. And these are all releases from this past Friday because this weekend, only thing that's
It's
popping
been some
is,
dope R&B that came out.
Oh, we see. I don't never really be up on R&B like that,
Yeah,
man.
that Ari
Not-
Lennox. That
That's
Ari
dope.
Lennox is good.
I saw that on here. You know what? But they had
It's
that
real
popping up
jamming.
as a in the
her and
hip-hop
SZA,
category.
her and SZA are pretty much leading their generation in that
That is
R&B
beautiful. That is
Yeah,
great.
buddy.
Dari Lennox, go.
shit. Yeah, that Ari Lennox. It's really not a skip. It's not really a skip on that album.
And this coming weekend, Mozzie got one. Mozzie got a decent following. I ain't really up on Mozzie like that.
A lot of people like Mozzie. Street dude.
He got an album tomorrow, Internal Affairs, that's dropping.
Shut up, Reggie.
I'm gonna check that out. But you know, it's been kind of quiet, man. Hip hop, the biggest thing in hip hop,
Summertime, man.
unless you got like an anthem joint that's gonna bang out all
Yeah.
summer. The biggest thing I've seen that's probably dropping, at least from my standpoint, that I like. Freddie Gibbs and Mad Lib got one coming out soon.
Ooh-wee.
Might be tomorrow.
You know, I'm always about that gangster Gibbs.
So I'm definitely holding tight on that, man. But the biggest thing, most monumental thing in the hip hop world that's happened has been the Wu-Tang documentary, Mics of Men, and it gave you layers and layers and layers from the prequel to how it all started and moving through different lives and understanding even some of your like favorite Wu artists that may not have been as big. Like my favorite artist that wasn't as big was always Capadonna, dog. I love the Pillars, his first album. I still play the Pillars. The Pillars is dark as hell, dog. The Pillars.
Oh,
The Pillars is like, the Pillars could have been a soundtrack to Game of Thrones type shit. Like the Pillars
Yeah.
is terrible, dog.
And
like
before-
terribly dark.
And before I get on that, Currency and Static Selector got Gran Turismo out. If you like Currency,
When is
that's
that
really-
dropping?
Right now. It's out right now.
Oh,
And it's real jamming too.
It just dropped.
Yeah. No, it dropped last week? It's real jamming.
What? How the fuck did I miss
yeah.
that?
No, it came out on 17th. Yeah, it's real jamming. Anyway,
You
Wu-Tang
know, Currency just
No, I know. You know what? You're right. You're right. That's been a couple weeks now.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Currency
you're right.
just dropped.
Currency. It's-
Currency. You
yeah,
just be
yeah,
sitting there
hell
chilling,
yeah.
and then Currency
Yeah.
album is out there. Like,
Yeah,
what
you
the
got
heck?
like.
Currency is
I follow my
it's-
Instagram.
It's,
Yeah.
it's real jamming. But that Wu-Tang doc is really, really good. You know, and they even get into the beef. You know what I'm saying? They get into the beef. You know, they don't. No, they hold back some on it, but not really. They mad at RZA. They real mad at RZA.
RZA fuck
I,
them boys, man.
I understand. I understand why.
He fucked them boys, man.
But here's the thing, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit. All right, with the time we got. All right,
we good. I mean,
Yeah.
we good still.
yeah, we good.
Let's get into it.
So you got Wu-Tang Records, and all of them assigned to Wu-Tang Records.
Yep.
All right. He let them go off of Wu-Tang Records. You're talking about
From a solo perspective,
right.
Nine
You're
X,
talking.
8X.
You're talking about 50 some odd $1 million worth of artists that he just let go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Go do their own thing.
To go do their own thing while he still make the beats on some of those projects.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Stayed involved.
I,
Well, actually, the whole clan stayed involved on all those records.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody, it was always a clan track.
Oh yeah, always.
Yeah.
Always a clan track, and I love that aspect of everybody doing their thing, because they can go and get their love wherever they needed to. But there was always a dope ass clan track. I went through you guys' first couple albums, and you could
On
tell.
purpose?
Right.
Yeah.
Was you bored?
Well,
Why?
well, it's that notion of it, because we know these were not great albums, dog. It might have been a song here and there.
True.
The
It's
clan
always-
tracks are always
but
good.
the always a sleeper.
The
Yeah.
reason for that is something that he was talking about, and he feels like that he got pushed to the side for
He
all
did.
those other Wu-Tang-ish side shits that RZA and them was doing.
Killer Army.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Who else?
I like Killer Army.
Grave Diggers.
Grave
Grave
Diggers.
I
Diggers
ain't
was
like them.
hot garbage.
What is that, 1991?
Nah,
That-
Grave Diggers is probably like
That's
90
early.
That's like 94. I was in high school.
Yeah.
Grave Diggers was like 94.
Was it that late?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
thinking
'Cause
like
it's
2
after-
or 3.
Because it's after 36 Chambers, and 36 Chambers is 93.
94. Yeah, that's right. It's 93. You're right.
So
Same concept.
93, 94.
Same thing happened with Master Killer. You can listen to the beats.
Hey. Woo, go ahead.
You can listen to the beats. Hold that thought. So, and you could tell there was an ingredient or two missing. It just didn't have like a horn or just whatever that true Wu style was that he probably could just touched up like Dre do on some beats. Hit that, and it just elevated the album to that standard. And those two guys alone are the main ones that got left behind. Like even the Pillage could have been elevated a little more. The Pillage was just the Pillage has some of you can tell like the Wu elements, but
think about it like this. So Capadonna, he came out and
he was out of jail. First of all,
he's featured heavy on Iron Man and Only Built for Cuban Links. Those are pretty much it's a damn Raekwon, Ghostface, Kappa album.
And Capadonna, yeah.
So he's come out, he's featured heavy. Master Killer, okay, he was in jail the first album for 36. So he's there but not there. You God is just
in and out.
Kind of the guy in the background. It is what it is.
But
if you got 9 people,
had some of the dopest verses. That's the
I ain't gonna say
greatest.
dopest. He would have some of the more because you guy would come and be like, oh damn, that's a good you guy verse. So it stood out because it was a good you guy verse.
Well, and
but he still would get bodied by everybody else.
I'm not speaking so much on the 36 Chambers album, but I'm speaking more. You know what? It's just his verse on Triumph is just so heavy. And it matches with the instrumental. Everything.
He's not bad. He's just at the bottom of that group.
Right? Yeah, you got 9 people.
He's at the bottom of that group.
Somebody gonna be down there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no it is him.
But think about it. Meth will kill on any song he get on. Meth can't make a cohesive album.
Nah. And you got to be a real Meth fan in order to say that Tikal was a cohesive album. Tikal
like
was the
Tikal.
closest that you
I
got
like
to
Tikal,
it.
but
his most cohesive album was with Redman.
That don't count. I don't count though. But yeah,
I counted in his legacy.
It,
but
Ghostface is the best solo artist out of that whole group, and it's not close to me. Well, Ray.
Right.
Ghostface
is better than me.
Ghostface is
Ghostface a better storyteller.
He's number 5. He's my top 5 favorite rapper.
Mine too.
I didn't say he's not the best of all time. Like if I were to name my top 5 favorite rappers, Ghostface would be at number 5. I love Ghostface.
He's in my top 5.
I love Ghostface.
And I can't doubt that either. I put him in my top 5. You think about longevity. Ghostface got bodies of work that people don't even know
exist.
Period. And it's soulful and it's stories and it rock
wordplay
and it's the wordplay and it's not the same every time.
He's never put out garbage. What's a garbage Ghostface project? Name one. Not a one.
As a whole project?
Yeah, not a one. There's not one garbage Ghostface project.
Pretty Tony album.
Nope.
I didn't like Pretty
Nope.
Tony album.
Not garbage.
Nope.
I'm comparing it to his
Pretty Tony is a good album. I still go back to that
I'm comparing it to his other Ghostface album.
I look at Pretty Tony album just like Bulletproof Wallace.
Bulletproof Wallace was jamming.
I look at him
Bulletproof Wallace was jamming.
I look at him about the same though. Like they're
Pretty
really
Tony,
good,
Pretty
but he's had better. He's had better work. His later work is not counting
Supreme Clientele.
Okay, first
that's gold standard. That's the gold standard.
Not counting his like his first basically
Iron Man.
Out. Not counting that
gold standard.
His later work is Wu Essence.
Oh, his
Pretty Tony. That's also the first Def Jam album.
Oh,
that's the first Def Jam album. So
he got some joints on that.
They are.
He got some joints on.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna say if I'm looking at the Ghostface catalog and I'm gonna say what's
Wizard of Poetry, where he got all them.
Whoa. We ain't about to disrespect the Ghost Dini Wizard of Poetry album. That's my joint.
That is at the bottom of his discography.
I put Apollo Kids. I put Apollo Kids further than that.
I like Apollo Kids better than all what y'all.
Apollo
I love
Kids,
Apollo Kids.
Apollo Kids was slept on. To me, it was underrated. It was underrated.
That's my shit.
It was underrated.
But yeah, I'd probably put Pretty Tony. I love Wizard of Poetry. That's my shit.
Yeah.
That's so.
So all of that, and was like unanimous or just like a universal knowledge about all this, and we'll be done in 5 minutes. None of RZA albums been good.
I don't remember them.
Good. I want to use the word good.
I don't remember
a good one. Jizza,
the Bobby
Jizza has some
Digital
work.
joint wasn't good. I don't remember it.
that mean.
Actually, the second RZA album, I used to jam that shit a lot. Because I used to jam that driving back to school all
I'm
the
gonna
time.
go back and listen to it, but I know it wasn't.
Because my song La Rumba was on there.
Jizza had the liquid. Jizza had the liquid
I used to bump that on
I
131.
remember the name. I gotta go back.
Jizza had the Liquid Swords joint. He got a classic.
Liquid Swords
Yeah.
is a classic.
100%.
Classics of classics.
100%.
And actually, his second album was really good too.
Beneath the Surface.
Beneath the Surface was nice.
Oh, and what I was gonna say before I forget, Master Killer on the low. It was either last year or the year before dropped the album, and it's hard. It's super hard. It's
Shut
called like
up.
Royalty of some. I forget what it's called. My phone died, but bruh,
Oh, that's
it was either last year or the year before.
I'm on it.
I'm telling you, it's hard.
Underrated Wu member, Rebel Lioness.
No doubt.
Inspector Deck.
Because he, first of all, he has the greatest intro verse ever in the history of rap.
On Triumph.
Ever. You can't name a better intro verse.
Abomatomically.
We don't even have to go
Socrates'
through it.
philosophies of
You can't, but you can't name a better intro verse of a
song.
song.
Well, him and AZ probably neck and neck.
Lyrically perform on Robert. Yeah.
For what song for AZ?
Life's a Bitch. That's up there.
It is.
That's up there. Ooh,
But-
that's up. That's a hell of a summer topic for your ass.
Ain't
Table that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is. Hey,
That's
ooh.
who
Table
got
that.
the coldest intro on the song.
Don't worry. We're going to table that. Nope.
And this got to be the first verse.
Don't take it no further today. Table
No.
that.
Because there's so many ways you can spin that.
That's hard.
That's hard as hell.
That AZ verse, yeah.
Y'all thinking now.
Nope, I'm not. I'm not
No,
worried.
no,
I
no,
got this
no.
on the back burner for
I
the
know,
summer.
I know. But the beauty of the whole joint, man, and of course, nonetheless, they go deeper into the ODB scenario about, his release from jail and going over to Rockefeller. You could kind of see, you could visually see him like being different than what he was, like in a sense. He wanted to get straight to the business. When he got out of jail, he trying to get straight to the money, trying to make up for lost time, lost money, feed his family and the whole joint. And, it was sad to see, kind of him not be a shell of himself if you knew his persona or if you, were able to witness it on TV and all that. But it was just interesting to see two different men in a sense, you know what I mean? And then even hearing like you guy and a Vlad TV interview speak about ODB in a way where it's like, motherfuckers just let him do drugs.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? There was no accountability amongst people around him. And then on one sense, you get it because he was just that guy and he's going to do what the hell he want to do. But then in the same sense, it's like.
I mean, and on the cool, what were they doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what were they doing at the time?
It's a little bit of all that. So even if, but at the same token, somebody that you love and you want to see them do well, you got to like, slap them up sometime.
Yeah, but if you're going through your own vices and
Exactly.
and
That's
all of
the
them are
only-
going
that's-
through their own
that's
thing,
what I'm saying.
you can't focus on somebody else when you got
Like,
your own.
even if my vice is not as difficult as your vice, like if I see you on crack, but I'm peeled out, you know what I'm saying? It's
So
hard
you
for me
ain't
to
thinking
have
about
that.
all that.
Exactly.
Yeah, you
know
worry
what I'm
about
saying?
your next high.
Exactly.
So it lets you tap into a lot of that stuff, but ultimately, man, the beauty of the Wu, and they had a soundtrack to that too, which just was kind of like some typical Wu joints. It wasn't nothing too special off the soundtrack.
I was
of it.
listening to some other stuff. I haven't even gotten to it yet.
There-
I figured I was gonna like it. I heard part of one song. I was
Their
like,
Laughs collective album was dope as hell. The Saga Continues, I think.
Yeah, it
that
pretty-
was actually really good.
Yeah,
But
RZA did not do the production on that. That was mad.
mathematics, yeah, and this shit was total Wu.
Yeah, it was probably better.
Totally Wu, yeah. Yeah.
And that's one thing that they were complaining about was the beats weren't hard enough at the end. That's what they were complaining about with RZA.
towards when they were still at their peak. one of the most interesting things I'm gonna say as we gonna go is how they all left that tour. With Rage Against the Machine.
that was jacked up.
2 weeks in, 2 weeks left.
Finish that, man.
And that's what fucked them up.
Yeah, finish that.
That's
man.
what knocked them off the mountain. Egos.
Yep.
It was egos. It was bound to happen, but it was
Yeah.
egos. Everybody was at the top of their game.
9 people. Man.
9 people. Couple guys, half the guys want to finish the tour, the other half don't.
Yeah.
But it's still the Woo. And the Woo can sell out any stadium across the damn world. And ain't nothing you can take away from that.
Yep.
That screwed them off. They say that screwed them off on, they say they had a Mountain Dew deal. You know the Mountain Dew deals be infinite.
Yeah.
But they still the Woo. I mean, you can't name a better super group if we go talk about it.
You ain't got no damn super groups, but that's a whole nother
You can't
summer
name-
conversation.
Yeah, groups. They're still groups.
Nah, they top 3 groups all the time.
Yeah, I can't.
Don't worry. Nope. Don't. No. Stop. Summer topics.
All right, Spider, take us out because I'm gonna be giving out too many topics. Stop. Watch yourself. Scalpers Sports Report, man. Thank everybody tuning in. We're gonna have an episode chopped up, divided,
Hey, dog.
redistributed.
Excuse me for coughing. I had shortness of breath today, so.
Don't worry about
This
it.
is the get the cobwebs out episode. So
Ain't no doubt. Yeah, I was coughing. Yeah, BG was coughing a little bit.
Pun
Man.
killed it. He killed it. My bad.
Another best intro to a
I don't
song.
know about that Psycho Les.
Oh man.
I don't know about it. That
Beat Nuts and Big Pun. Scalpers Sports Report, man. We up out of here. NZ Studios, my man Spider. BG. B-Simp.
We shall return.
And it's me. Oh, y'all ain't ready for that. I freestyle. I'll cough to that motherfucker. All right, y'all. Happy Hum Day. Have a great weekend. Peace.
For sure.